said I'm ready, boy. Let's take our time and slow it down just a little bit. Slow it down just a little bit.
Me and you, we should be together, been a long time. Oh my, you a work of art cause you so fine. Picture this, I could be behind you with your face down. Lay down, got that shit on lock cause you stay down. Wait now, can't be insecure when you know you winning. Knew that from beginning, other women ain't no competition. True fact, know they shoot they shots but you know they missing. But I'm about my business so you know I'm on another mission. No pretending, we'll never go our separate ways, far from finished, so go ahead and let them hate. We don't do gimmicks, you know they love running plays. You my dinner, eating everything that's on my plate. We in the suite in DC with the doors locked. Room service on the way, let them doors knock. Champagne on ice, let that cork pop. AC full blast, but these floors hot.
Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl. Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl.
Ain't no competition when you on top. You know the lights shine brighter when the show stop. But the show never stopping when you with me. You know it's love when that hate turn to envy. But let me lay you on your back and you just lay there flat and let me remind you where you at. Now just bend over and go on and throw it back. But don't run from it, but my dog will chase the cat. But I like it better when you on top. I swear you got my heart beating non-stop. Damn, you soaking wet, let me be the mop. Every time we together, I don't see the clock. But for now we finished, I gotta go and get it, cause you know I'm about my business. I leave them other girls wishing, cause you got my attention and there ain't no competition.
Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl. Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl. Show you what you're missing. Ain't no competition. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl.
Hey, you know I'm talking about. What up, gang? Hey, y'all can hear me? We good? Let me. My sound had messed up right before the lives. Let me see if we. All right, we good. Salute. Hey, know I'm talking about. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Let's get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, know I'm talking about. RatchetTV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. All right, so boom. Man. We got to talk Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Tonight, we got to talk about this Detroit business. I told y'all, I'm the king of Detroit. I be making them mad when I say that. I am the new king of Detroit. I put Detroit on my back. I put Detroit on my back like a lion. Know what I'm talking about? Salute. Yeah, man, let's get to it. Nah, man, but in all seriousness, what up, gang? How y'all doing tonight? You know, we took last night. I told you I was going to be watching the All-Star game. I let everybody get their content off. I'm back. The king is back, baby. The king is back, baby. Let's get to this content. We got to chop it up about Naziyah Harris tonight. It's been a while since we got into the Naziyah Harris story. We got to get back into the. We have not forgot about you, baby girl. We still holding it down for you, Naziyah. I got you. Let's get to it. Also, we got a couple, like 2 more cases on the menu for tonight. We definitely are going to chop it up about. I don't know if y'all heard about the Detroit mother who kids. I was going to say drowned down there because somebody was trolling before the live. Who kids, saying froze to death. You know what I'm saying? We also going to get into that, as well as, did a woman leave her kids behind for like 3 or 4 years? Detroit, what the hell is going on out there? What is in the water in Detroit? Salute Leash for that 20 piece. I appreciate it. She said smash the likes on the way in, please. Thank you, Leash, for the 20 piece. Jackie RN says working, but I'm listening. You better get to work and don't you get your ass fired, Jackie. Don't you get fired. You know what I'm saying? We got to make that money, Jackie. Let's get to it now. Salute. Thank y'all. We got $30 on the screen. We 70 away from a honey bun. Let's get to it, man. We have been covering these, and we've been putting a lot of these cases on our back, especially in the African American community. We're not gonna let our own people be down for too much longer, dog. I told y'all, people like me are going to put us on a pedestal, and we going to get justice one way or another. We going to all get our justice, and it's not just about the African-American community. We got everybody behind us. There's all different races over here, man, especially if you from the African-American community, drop the gems. And if you are from any other community and you in here supporting like everybody else, drop the hearts. So we got supporters from everywhere. So it's not only about us, it's about everybody, but it's about us sticking together so we can all, get justice the same way everybody else gets justice. Correct? All right, are y'all with me? Drop the gems if you're from the African American community. Drop the hearts if you're from any other community. Let us know in the chat who we got in here representing, who we got up in here representing. And it could be any color heart. It don't matter. Salute. And, we got love for everybody over here, but we definitely got to get to these gems tonight, allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged. Allegedly, y'all. Salute. Hold on. One of my dogs got their nose fucked up. Hold on. Who is it? That's you. Come here. Let me clean your nose. My bad, y'all. My damn dog, I could hear his nose running. Y'all want to see how big my damn dogs done got? Y'all want to see how big they done got? That's Prince, y'all. I told y'all my dogs done got big as hell. That's Prince right there. Can y'all see him? Hold on. Let me get him in the camera. Yeah, that's Prince. All right, he tired. Yeah, they done got big as hell, dog. Look how big they done got. Yeah, they big as hell now. So salute. I'm going to drop a video with them tomorrow. So y'all be looking out for a video with them tomorrow. No, I'm talking about, yeah. Okay, my bad, brother. I was just trying to clean your nose, man. All right, I'm going to let him down. Salute. Get back over there, Diamond. Come on, Diamond. Get back. Go lay down. Diamond. Lay down. My bad. All right. Go, Vassie. Let's go. I wasn't trying to play with y'all. I was trying to, yeah, they done got big as hell. Y'all. Salute. I just had pups too. Salute. All right. Well, let's get to this content tonight. They said they always steal in the show. Yeah, they always want to be a part of the show. They always. Diamond, stop laying on your stomach and let them eat. You stop that. They got to eat. All right. Hold on. All right. My bad. Whew. Okay, let me get my AC going because they be having me hot. All right, salute y'all. Y'all ready to get this show started? Are y'all ready to get this show started? We got a lot to talk about tonight, and they all just woke up right now. All 6 of them are up right now. 4 puppies, 2 adults. All of them just all woke up. right whenever his nose started running. All right, well, we finna get to this content tonight. I asked y'all a question in the chat. I said, how should we start? Do y'all want to start off with Naziyah Harris? Or do y'all want to start off with the Detroit mom and her kids froze? 70% of the room said Naziyah Harris. We got 400 votes. Can we get 500 or more votes? Can we get 500 or more votes right now? Because we got to get this show started, y'all. Naziyah Harris. What has been going on in this case? It's been a lot of loose information, a lot of alleged information. Naziyah, the trial will start here pretty soon, and we're doing everything we can to keep the pressure on Annette, to keep the pressure on Shannon, to keep the pressure on Marquita and Mark and Marquita. Interesting. Never thought about that. Mark and Marquita. I think they've been fucking. I'm gonna be real. I think Mark and Marquita got something going on. I think they've been smashing and dashing, and I think a lot of this stuff been a play. I think there's been so many plays where we got to speak about Vari tonight. Oh, Vari. We was talking about them on my last episode of Naziyah Harris when I did my coverage on her. And I seen a lot of people in the comments that were like, you got to leave Vari alone, man. He's just a kid and he don't know no better. Look, he's being coached to lie about his sister's disappearance. He's been coached to do a lot of clout chasing, and he's been doing interviews for money. Now, nobody in this room, I hope nobody in this room would accept money to talk about their missing or dead relative. I would hope not, especially if a sister or brother or, it could be a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, whatever. I wouldn't accept money to talk about. I would not charge money to speak about someone I'm trying to get justice for. There's no amount of money you could pay me that would make it enough to be like, I need this amount of money to speak about my loved one. No. I mean, that's priceless information that I'm giving you. I don't need that. You can't put a price tag on someone who you're trying to get justice for. For me, I know I couldn't. There's no price tag I could give you. Salute to Jess B for that 50 piece. Oh shit. Jess B done came through with the big 50. I don't think nobody gonna top that tonight. Salute to big Jess in the building. Jess B, we at $80. We 20 away. We are $20 away from a whole honey bun before we get started. All right, so y'all vote on that poll in the chat and let me know how y'all want to start this show. Do you want to start off with Naziyah? Do you want to start off with the Detroit mom? Well, either way, we're going to be covering all Detroit tonight. Everything is going to be Detroit. Salute to Kimberly McLean. Says, salute Ratchet and Mods and the Green Gang. Salute to you for that 10 piece. We $10 away now from a whole honey bun. All right, let's get it started, y'all. We've been having a good month over here. We are about to open up these videos, and we got a lot to discuss tonight, y'all. We're going to be here for about, I say around 3 hours. I think we're going to be here for around a 3-hour show. On the last show I did, we were covering Janiyah. I'm not sure who was over here for the Janiyah episode, but yeah, that was a crazy one. Janiyah McMichael. So if you were over here for the Janiyah McMichael, I spoke to her grandmother today, and I can't tell you about what the conversation was about, but if you do remember the Janiyah McMichael case, she definitely gave me some information that we will end up doing a recap, and we talked for about 30, 45 minutes. And the information she gave me kind of let me know exactly what the fuck was going on. And I can't say too much about it. We'll get into that on another day. So just know that's a whole play being ran by some people, and they know where that little girl is at. That's all I'm going to say. They know exactly where that little girl is at. I ain't talking about the grandma. I'm talking about the people who did that, or whatever they did. They know exactly where she's at, dead or alive. It's another sad situation, man. Yeah, we got a lot of sad situations, especially in Detroit. I don't know why Detroit is so loose. I don't know why all this stuff is going on in Detroit. And this is happening all over the world, but Detroit seems to be the mecca for crazy stories right now. Detroit just seems to be the mecca for crazy ass situations. So we're going to get into this Detroit business. We're going to make Detroit business our business. So I'm going to say this for the last time. Mark Bubble-Eyed Ass said that if another 14-year-old fast girl come up missing, don't call him. I got a problem with that. And Roxy Ugly Ass laughed about it. First of all, didn't Mark just get caught up in a weird situation? Didn't Mark just get caught up in a weird situation? So if anybody's still supporting Mark, I wouldn't even. I don't want nobody over here who supports him. I'm gonna be real. If you supporting that weirdo, stay the hell away from me. Thank you, Liz, for the 5-piece. Thank you, Leanne, for the Canadian 10-piece. Thank you both. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute. Salute to the gang. Salute to the gang. Salute to the mother effing gang. We finna get started on this show. Are y'all ready? We gonna start with Naziyah Harris because it's looking like people want to talk about Naziyah. So let's get into these stories with Naziyah. Then we gonna backdoor the Naziyah situation, and we're gonna talk about the Detroit mom who kids froze to death. We're gonna speak about her. Dude, have y'all heard about that situation with the kids who froze to death at the parking lot with the parking garage? Have y'all heard about this situation? If you have, drop the gems. If you have not, drop the eyeballs. Let me know in this chat who has heard about that Detroit mom that's under fire right now. And her baby daddy said some weird shit. Tell me, man, she could have contacted my family and let me know something. Then the nigga said, hey, man, she told me that I needed to get the kids. She didn't say that I needed to get them because they was homeless. First of all, if you don't know your children are homeless, I find something very wrong with that situation. If you don't know that your kids don't have a home or a bed or hot food, I would like to think something is wrong with you, my boy. And she said it's because you've been chasing these hoes around. You've been living with different girls. It sounds like you a scrub ass nigga. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a who can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Get your scrub ass on, weird ass nigga. Get your weird ass on, dog. I'm going to go in on your bitch ass tonight, too. I'm going in on your bitch ass tonight, too. I know all the ladies singing that shit. They feel, let me go play that tonight. Because I don't want no scrub. Salute, y'all. Hey, Assassin, thank you for the 20-piece. It says, we need a strike team to handle P-Files in our village. Hey, we gonna handle all these people accordingly. So he's trifling. Yeah, that nigga talking about, man, hey, look, shit. I mean, she did tell me that the kids, you know what I'm saying, I needed to go get them, but she didn't say they was homeless. So, I didn't know it was an emergency like that. You know what I'm saying? So, she just told me to go get him. First of all, if your baby mama called you and told you, if your baby's mother or baby's father called you and said, you need to come get these kids or kid, I don't know how many y'all got, but if you got kids in the room and your baby mother or baby's father said, hey, you need to come get these kids, wouldn't you be like, hey, what's going on? Or can you inform me on what happened? Nigga, you obviously didn't ask her what happened. You probably were just like, oh, I'm chilling right now. I'm good. Or I don't know what the fuck y'all. It sounded like both of y'all was a little loose. So I really, to be real, I blame both parents. That's just me. As a resident of Detroit and having spoken to the family and had them on the show and caused the MTO freeze, the Go Fund, I claim a win. Huh? Thank you for the 5-piece. Sell You Light podcast. But I don't know what the hell that meant. You don't have to drop me another super sticker, but I might not catch your chat, but I don't know. Can you elaborate on what the hell that meant? I don't know what you meant by that, but salute to you for the 5-piece. I appreciate you. They say cold world anymore. This age is different with kids. So who do y'all blame in that situation? We're going to get into that later on tonight. We're about to get into this Naziyah Harris situation, but let me know in the chat. What do y'all think about the Detroit mom? Do you blame her? Do you blame the dad? Or do you blame both parents? Let me know in the chat. Do you blame the mom? Do you blame the dad? Or do you blame both parents to why those kids are no longer alive? Let me know in the chat. I see both. Thank you, Roxanne, for the 10-piece. Salute, Roxanne. Salute. Everybody is saying both. Everybody in the room is saying both. Damn. Okay, well, Beautiful said the daddy. The daddy. You can tell she got issues with her baby daddy right now. It's his fault. Salute to you. Say both parents. Nah, I ain't mad at you. Salute. Now, everybody in the room is damn near saying both parents. Liz said the dad. You can tell some ladies just don't like their baby daddies in the room. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. Let me stop before they cuss my ass out. Thank you, Miss Erica, for that OG Ratchet membership. Salute. Yeah, let's go. They said both are trifling. Okay, we're going to get into that situation later. It sounds like a lot of people in this room want to talk about that as well. But first of all, we got to start with Naziyah Harris. So we're about to open up these videos with Naziyah, and we're about to get into it, y'all. Are y'all ready to start this show? Are y'all ready to start this show? Hold up. Are y'all ready to start the show? Because if y'all are ready, where we at on the likes? Let me see where we at with the likes. We got $138 and 400 likes. Can we get 100 people to double tap that screen? We finna get started, man. You tapped in with the king. Okay, they just hit me up. That Sale Podcast, whatever. Excuse me, just hit me up with Southwest Detroit neighborhood flooded, residents stuck in their homes. What in the hell is going on in Detroit? Detroit's flooded now. Oh shit. So now we got Detroit homes are flooded and people stuck in their homes. Okay, they said I can come up. I spoke with the families, had them on the podcast, and caused the GoFundMe to be frozen. I'm a resident of Detroit and very close to this story. I can come up if you'd like. Okay, are you talking about the kids situation? There were the frozen the kids that froze to death. Are you talking about that situation? If you're talking about that situation, I'll call you whenever I get to that segment of the show. I'm pretty sure you're talking about that. You can't be talking about Naziyah. So let me know if it said. Oh, okay. I'll call when I'm on that segment. All right. So I'll call you whenever I'm on that segment, and we'll get a live update from you. Thank you for that. I'll get you your shine. You get your shine on over here tonight at Ratchet TV. So salute to you. Also salute to Leah Paris for that 20-piece. Leah says, I blame generational curses. Let go and let God. Salute to you. Also salute to Mary Orseski. Hopefully I said that right. Thank you for the 10-piece, Mary. Salute. Let's get started on this Naziyah Harris situation, gang.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's your favorite auntie with some news you can use. This is about Naziyah Harris. There have been a lot of speculations, a lot of things kind of surrounding this case. What I did want to tell you is I've also seen and read a lot of comments where you all are saying that the trial is March 7th. That's incorrect. The trial is not March 7th. What is on March 7th is when Jarvis Butts they set the date on the calendar to go to trial. So that doesn't mean he's going to trial in March. That's not what that means. That just means that they are setting a date. That date could be in March. It could be in April. It could be 2 years from now. We don't know that. So I just wanted to come on here and kind of clear the air. There's a lot of things floating around. I've seen a lot of things in my comments. So he does not go to trial on March 7th.
Keisha Johnson says, damn it, Ratchet, I can't with you. They did not freeze. It was hypothermia. Which means what, Keisha? Which means what? Thank you for being a member for 14 months. But what does hypothermia mean?
On March 7th, they are putting a trial date on the calendar, and we will know more then. I hope you all stay tuned. More to come.
Hypothermia means they motherfucking froze, Keisha. Now, you've been a member for 14 months. You've been here for over a year. Please don't make me go off on you tonight. I'm over here chilling, doing my content, and you want to make it a point to drop something that everybody going to see and say I'm wrong about what I'm saying. Do you know? Why don't you Google what hypothermia is? Google it and tell me what the hell it means. Everybody in this chat right now, tell her what hypothermia means. Oh my God, I can't believe this. You know how wrong you just looked by doing that? You know how crazy you look right now by just putting that out there? You just said, I can't with you, Ratchet. They didn't freeze. They had hypothermia, which means they froze. Keisha, stop drinking. Put the bottle down. That means you froze to death, like I just said. What are you talking about? What rock are you living under that everybody knows that them kids froze to death? If the kids froze to death, drop the gems in the chat. If I'm wrong, drop the caps. If the kids froze to death, drop the gems. If they did not freeze to death, drop the caps if I'm wrong. Please let me know in the chat. If I'm wrong, I'll be like, I'll apologize if I'm wrong. Thank you, Rotis, for the 5-piece on Cash App. Salute. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're not even on that segment right now. And I can't with you by interrupting my show while I'm talking about Naziyah to drop that damn shit to tell me I was wrong when I know I'm right. Where your comments at now? You don't sound so confident no more. Look at the room telling you you're wrong. Now you look crazy as hell. Now she probably mad. I can't believe you. I've been a green member for a year. Thank you, Noel, for the 10 piece. It says, for keep showing up for these kids. Thank you for the 10 piece. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute. Don't do that no more. Please don't. Don't interrupt my show by telling me I'm wrong when I know damn well I'm right. I know what hypothermia is. I'm not slow. I'm not dumb, stupid, slow, or crazy. Well, I might be a little crazy, but.
Hey y'all, so I am back. I got my fucking app back. Whoever bought TikTok, shout out to you because the bag is big. But within the 2 to 3 weeks that I was off of TikTok because I accidentally deleted my app, it was so much going on with the Naziyah case, and I just wasn't able to address a lot of things or talk about a lot of things, give my opinion or input because I didn't have an app. And
Leash says, I know you fucking lying. Thank you, Leash, for the 5 piece.
I'm not gonna talk about everything that I missed because I missed when Roxy and Mark went to the apartment. I missed when the supposed fucking brother put out the statement of what really happened. I missed I missed when they was attacking the grandma at the burger joint and all that. But I'm not gonna talk about all of that. But one thing that I did want to talk about was when Mark and Roxy went to the apartment and completely fumbled the fucking opportunity. When I say if that was me, I would have left that motherfucking apartment with a full confession. We would know the exact latitude and longitude of where Naziyah was.
And I'm going to stop her right there because she's right. Now, if I were to be able to get Shannon and Marquita in the same room together, with or without cameras, and I probably would secretly record their ass. I'm gonna be real. I probably wouldn't even, I definitely wouldn't go live with it. And if I did record it, they wouldn't know they was being recorded. I'm just gonna be real. I would be on some slick, sneaky shit. And I would have cornered them not in a way like, hey, yo, what's going on? Why the fuck you lie? And I would have been like, hey, yo, let's have a serious conversation. I just want answers. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for justice for Naziyah. So why don't you just give us, you know what I'm saying? Give me the real details. What's really going on, Marquita? Shannon, what was this statement you made? What about this? What was up with this part? This, you know what I'm saying? What was going on at this point? I would have been asking key questions in a calm, positive manner. I wouldn't have no gun on me. I would just go up to him like a concerned citizen, like damn tears in my eyes type shit. Just really want justice for a little girl named Naziyah. I would have got them to tell on everybody. I would have got them to, they would be arrested and in jail if I was the one that was sitting in front of them. You did it all wrong, Mark and Roxy, which leads me to believe I think y'all were trying to throw the case for Jarvis. And I stand on it. And I could be wrong, and I'm always up for being wrong. What do I know? Let me just go on mute. What do I know, right? You know, let me just go on mute. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just feel like y'all were trying to fumble it on purpose because no one in a right mind would do the things that y'all did. But let me let her continue.
Going over there, you cannot approach somebody with attitude, cussing, hate, blame. You're not going to get anything from a person when you approach them like that. Now, I know everybody's mad, everybody's enraged, you want answers, but trying to get information out of somebody, you got to come with them with a completely different approach. It has to become a safe space. You have to completely bust their guard down because she already feel guilty. She already feel like the world is attacking her. Like, of course I'm going to go in defense mode. You coming over here blaming me, so I got to stand on I didn't do shit. I got to stand on I don't know shit. Like, y'all was this motherfucking close and y'all fumbled it. Like, this nigga, the boyfriend that let y'all in the door. You had the exact motherfucking chance to get information, and y'all went in there on some bullshit. Wasn't talking about nothing. Asking shit and saying shit we already fucking know and shit that we already heard. If that was me, I would have went in there on some straight up, bitch, we friends type shit. You can trust me. You can confide in me.
Facts. I would have went in like, look, I'm on your side. I swear I would have been their best friend in the room that night. I would not have cornered them and be like, hey, yo, so what the fuck was this? Yo, why did you say this shit? And yo, so nobody in their right mind would start confessing shit to someone who's jumping down their damn throat. They're going to be on automatic defense mode. I don't want you to be on defense mode. Baby, put the guard down, Shannon. I'll grab your hand, Shannon. Shannon, talk to me. Come here. Look at me, Shannon. I'm here for you. I'm on your side. I don't want to see nothing bad happen to you, Shannon. Shannon, I'm a friend. I only want answers for Naziyah, Shannon. I would have been I mean, I'd be kind of scared to be that damn close to her ugly ass, but I would have definitely did it for Naziyah. For Naziyah, I pull her this close. Look, Shannon. Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, Shannon. Come on. Talk to me, Shannon. I'm your friend. You can confide in me. This is between me and you. Nobody, I just want to know the truth. I would have been on some sneaky shit with her goofy ass. But they fumbled it. I believe it was fumbled on purpose.
I know you are feeling guilty. I know this is your niece, and I know it's a lot going on. I know the internet is against you, but do it for Naziyah. You know, give her some examples of situations, or to prevent this from happening to other little girls. We know that this is your baby daddy. We know you scared, but you can talk to me. You can trust me. I know you got some shit on your heart you need to get out. Just let it out and let God handle it type shit. Y'all went in that motherfucker talking about nothing. Talking about who the fuck name on the list. Like, what are we talking about? You probably one of the only motherfuckers in the world, you two, whoever came in there, the camera crew, y'all the only people in the fucking world that they got this close to the bitch. And y'all went in there talking about nothing. Now shout out to Roxy, because she got a little piece of information about the pregnancy test and all that, but nobody gives a fuck about that. They already got that at the trial in the text messages, whatever. Y'all should have went in there and ambushed that bitch on some soft shit, asking her where the fuck that baby was at. You can ride with me. If you want to just ride with me yourself, and I'll drop an anonymous tip. We don't even got to say it came from you type shit. I'm just irritated. Then 48 hours later, these two motherfuckers, and Mark, big bubble eyes look like they finna fall out his motherfucking cranium.
Yo, she went in on Mark. Hold on. Say that one more time, sweetie. Come on, say that one more time.
Came from you type shit.
Salute to Christian Cooley for being a member for 17 months. Love you, Ratchet, and keep the pressure on them. Salute to you, and drop them flowers for Christian Cooley. Salute. Bubble Eye, drop the frogs in the chat. Drop them frog eyes in the chat.
I'm just irritated. Then 48 hours later, these two motherfuckers, and Mark, big bubble eyes look like they finna fall out his motherfucking cranium, is releasing statements. Oh, we'll no longer be working together. Yeah, because bitch, that is tampering with a fucking witness. That's witness intimidation. That is, you cannot do that. Like, y'all just dumb, and it made me so fucking mad that I couldn't speak on it at the time. But what do y'all thought? Do y'all think that if the approach was different, do y'all think Shannon would have confided in them, would have told them a little more than what the fuck they got, because they really didn't get shit? But do y'all think if you created a safe space, a nurturing space, a gentle space for somebody to confess some shit, do y'all think she would have talked had they not came in there on some, where the fuck the little girl at? Why was you with a pedophile? Like, what? We here today to see where the fuck she is. Or do y'all think she still would have stood on, she ain't got to do with it, she don't know nothing, she this, that, and the third? Leave it in the comments.
Hey, so y'all tell me in the chat, do you guys feel like if there was a different approach, there would have been a different result? Do you guys feel like if they would have approached them differently during that bullshit interrogation, could they have gotten a different result out of that? Let me know in the chat. I feel like Shannon and them would have talked, but I feel like you put them on defense mode. Because, I mean, come on, let's just be real. Everybody in this room right now, not talking about you would do no shit like they did, but if somebody was pressing you about some shit like that and coming down on you, like, I'm pretty sure everybody would get on defense mode. Like, hold on, whoa, man, fuck all that. I'm shutting down. You're not finna just be trying to charge me up, especially in my own shit. I mean, it would have been a different result. Niggas would have been laying on the ground coming at me in my crib like that. I would have been calling the cops. Hey, you come pick these motherfuckers up. I don't know. They came in this motherfucker ambush. I thought I was getting robbed. I don't know. They ass is dead now. But anyway, I'm just saying, do you guys feel like if there was a different approach, they would have got a different result? It says, hell yeah. Hold on. Damn it, okay, hold on. It says, hell yeah, but if she had something to do with it, she probably was going to stand on business and not say nothing. No. If you notice, when Roxy calmly approached her and talked to her, see, Mark, big frog-eyed ass, with, hey, yo, why was you with a pedophile? Why was you, why would you do, yeah, you didn't expect to see me here, huh? Oh, yeah, you was talking all that shit on the internet. Mark, nobody care about your broke bitch ass. Nobody care about your broke bitch ass, man. I wish you would have walked up to me. Yeah, you was saying all that shit about me. I was like, yes, I did, frog boy, and what? What we doing? What we doing, frog boy? What is we doing, frog boy? You got your, I don't give, hey, man, that AR don't mean shit. You ain't never shot that motherfucker. I'm not afraid of that shit. Frog boy, I stood right in front of you. Nigga, what we on? What we doing? What we doing, frog boy? Yeah, I said it. And what? That ain't how you approach somebody when you want answers. If y'all ever seen me interview people over here, when I talk to them, they trust me. When I'm speaking to you, I don't jump out my body. I don't get personal, and I don't give a fuck what you said about on the internet about this and that. I'm going to approach you and I'm going to ask key questions, and then I'm going to re-ask them in ways that you've never been asked questions before. You're going to slip up at one point or another talking to me. I know how to talk to people. And every time people yelling at me and screaming it, I be calm as fuck. Y'all always see me being like, okay, all right, it's all good. Are you done? All right, let's continue. Let's continue. I rarely ever break. I rarely ever break and start getting emotional and shit. I mean, I'm really not an emotional person. So especially doing this line of work, I don't feel like there should ever be emotion. So that's where me and Frog Boy differ. That's where me and old Frog Boy differ. Let's continue, Naziyah.
Let's talk about King again real quick. So I know a lot of people have been saying like King was trying not to get himself in more trouble. He was trying to cover his own ass. That's why he like purposely didn't find a phone. Blase blase. But like I've been saying, but he was lying on the stand. So peep this. Listen to this little clip right here. They're asking him on January 9th, kind of like who opened the shop, what was the day like, right? And he says this.
If you can't hear it, I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said probably about like 8:30. I can't recall who opened the shop, but Jarvis might have been there already. A few cars came in, and the Jaguar probably got there like around 9 o'clock. He started on the Jaguar. Jarvis left for a moment.
I don't know why I'm skipping. Either way, he clarifies that Jarvis was there prior to 9 o'clock, and Jarvis left for a moment after 9 o'clock, right? Okay. Let me tell you why. No way is that the truth. As we know, Jarvis had court that a.m. What time did he have court? At 9 a.m. So that would have meant he technically should have been already at the courthouse prior to 9 a.m., not leaving after 9 a.m., right? Okay. And let's go ahead and pull it up. So I based it off of where that judge is. He's in the Third Circuit. So the court is about 10 minutes away. So he would have had to leave at least 8:50 to be there at 9. And then you don't just walk in court and walk right out. You got to sit there, lollygag for a minute, whatever. How he leave for a minute and come back? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Maybe he just don't know how time works. Maybe like Jarvis had left at 8:45. Maybe the Jag didn't get there at 9. Maybe the Jag got there at 8:45, and that's when Jarvis had left for a moment. But I just really feel like he would have left for at least 30 plus minutes, not for a minute. Like that's given he went for 10-15 minutes somewhere and came back. Am I tripping? Am I like reading into that too densely? Because he clearly doesn't know anything about time, and that's shown when he tries to talk about how long they were dropping off the Jag. Okay, so I just think he did a horrible job at trying to defend himself and trying to protect his own ass while also obviously lying for Jarvis. Like, you should have been like, he wasn't there when I got there and he came in after court. Like, that's what you should have said, but you didn't. So now it's like, when did Jarvis go to court? Because we know he went to court because they was able to let him walk that day because he had the other legal situation going on in Lincoln Township from his DV charge. And I say all this to say you get 15 years for perjury in Michigan, so I wouldn't have said it. I would, if it was me, I would have been in there telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth while I sit in there with my green jumpsuit on.
And 15 years for perjury sounds like Shannon, Annette, and King, and a few of them other baby mamas should all be doing about a 15 piece. I think all of their ass committed perjury. I think they all are going to be under fire by that judge. And the judge, to me, seemed like she's pissed about this. That judge seemed pissed. King is a liar. Marquita is a liar. Shannon is a liar. Annette is a liar. And them ugly ass baby mamas and the fiance who the fuck would get engaged to Jarvis weird butts? Jarvis little weird butts. Who in their right mind would be with that weird ass dude? But I think they all going down, and I think it's only a matter of time.
What you want? Is it something, man? Because I know you feeling how you feeling, man. Is there something else that you want to say? Even like if your sister is listening, you know what I'm saying? Something that you want to say to her.
Even if your sister is listening, is there something you want to say to her? Frog Boy talking to Vari.
I just miss my sister.
Your phone going, bro. I know you. I don't know if you.
I just you feel me. I just feel me. I miss my sister so much, bro. I just wish you feel me.
Nigga, I miss her. I don't even know her.
Mark, fam, if me and you was in front of each other, dog. Never mind. I'm not even going. You know what? Never mind, Mark. But your bitch ass, though, you a real hoe ass nigga, dog. Just being said, you a bitch. I don't like people like you, Mark. A nigga I'm missing, I don't even know a nigga. Shit. Does anybody in this room believe Mark misses Naziyah? And that's making me think you probably seen her before, weird ass dude.
Nigga, I miss her. I don't even know her.
I know, bro, but I'm just saying though, like.
And I ain't saying that to compare with you, but you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that, you know what I mean? I feel you.
You are trying to compare, but let's continue.
We all angry about this shit.
Mark, you ain't angry about a motherfucking thing, dog.
We all angry about this shit, bro.
It's not normal, bro.
It's not normal at all, bro. It's not normal. So it's not normal. It's not normal.
All I'm saying though, bro. All I'm saying though, I just wish my little sister reached out to me.
What you want? Is it something, man? Because I know you feeling how you feeling, man. Is there something else that you want to say? Even like if your sister is listening, you know what I'm saying? Something that you want to say to her.
Leash says, why is he laughing? Because this is a joke to them. And can somebody send me that clip of when he said, if anybody got that clip of him saying, if another fast little girl go missing, don't call him. Can anybody send me that clip? Because I don't watch Frog Boy. Said Frog Boy trying to make honey. Man, I'm so sick of Frog Boy. If anybody has that clip, please send it to my Instagram right there. It's on the RatchetTV on Instagram. Please send it to my Instagram.
Man, I just miss my sister.
Your phone going, bro. I know you. I don't know if you.
I just you feel me. I just feel me. I miss my sister so much, bro. I just wish you feel me.
Nigga, I miss her. I don't even know her.
I know, bro, but I'm just saying though, like.
And I ain't saying that to compare with you, but you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that, you know what I mean? I feel you. We all angry about this shit. We all angry about this shit, bro.
It's not normal, bro.
It's not normal at all, bro. It's not normal.
Why is he laughing about this? What is so funny about Naziyah Harris being missing and that little girl going through the shit she went through? There's nothing to laugh about here. I crack jokes on y'all. When I speak about Naziyah, there's nothing funny. And if you laugh, bro, I would lick the palm of my finger and put all 5 to your face. If you was to laugh in front of me about this, it's not normal. This shit is not normal. Bow. Frog, it would be no, I can't. I'm on here. I can't say what I want to say, but just, it would be a man. Boy, palm your face.
So when it's not normal. It's not normal.
All I'm saying though, bro. All I'm saying though, I just wish my little sister reached out to me.
What you want? Is it something, man? Because I know you feeling how you feeling, man. Is there something else that you want to say? Even like if your sister is listening.
So right there, Frog Boy is just on some creep weird shit. He's already been caught up on some weird situations. Frog Boy, you are slowly declining, bro. The end of Frog Boy is coming. Trust me.
You do.
Yeah.
It's whether if you're right or wrong, it's best for safety. I say, I'm gonna say that safety wise for kids and everybody, because I just can't see it.
So what is your relationship now with your auntie Shannon?
You feel me? I I don't associate with my auntie like that. Honestly, I love her, but I can't love her for, you feel me, dating a molester and took my little sister off the world that was close to me, so I can't forgive her for that.
Do you think she need to be brought up on charges?
It's deep. It's really deep.
Do you think she knew?
I feel like she knows something.
Do you think she need to be brought up on charges?
It's deep. It's really deep.
Do you think she knew?
I feel like she knows something. Cause how the way she put herself out there. Like, you putting yourself out there like you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I know my people don't really deal with the internet like that, but they be on Facebook. I know they do. I know they be on Facebook. But they not trying to, you feel me, nothing. I don't know.
What was your reaction when the judge said, as her auntie, you sat up here with no emotions?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Jarvis Brett's sister cried the whole time.
I sat there.
She was very emotional.
I kind of broke down. You feel me, when the judge told, when I watched it, and the judge.
Does anybody believe he broke down? I mean, people get mad at me when I speak about Vari, but I don't really give a fuck. What are y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how you feel about what I'm saying. These are my raw emotions in this shit. This is how I feel about it. This is how I feel. I feel like the dude is a liar. Everybody that I've seen in that family or associated with Naziyah, I have not seen anyone cry except for Jarvis Butt's sister, and I don't think she was crying for Naziyah. I feel like she was crying because she had to do this to her brother. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, and these are just my thoughts and my opinions. So it's all alleged. But allegedly, I feel like he's lying. If you feel like he's telling the truth, drop the gems. If you feel like he's lying, drop the caps. And I don't give a damn if you agree with me or not. No, I'm not going to get mad at nobody. It's up to you. If you agree with him, cool. If you don't agree with him, cool. My opinion is he's a liar. If you think he's lying, drop the caps. If you think he's telling the truth, drop the gems.
Said, you don't have no emotions?
And she said that about your grandmother as well.
Yeah.
No emotions. It was like they didn't care at all.
It was kind of deep, but I feel like at the same time, people, you feel me, trying to control their emotions. Like I feel like I wouldn't even want to break down in court, you know. I'd probably like do it closed doors, like when I get home or something like that.
Yeah, I can understand that from a man's point of view.
Yeah, when it's all said and done. But I'd like do it closed doors, like break down emotions. Like I feel like I wouldn't even want to break down in court, you know. I'd probably like do it closed doors, like when I get home or something like that.
Yeah, I can understand that from a man's point of view.
Yeah, when it's all said and done.
First of all, I don't give a fuck who watching me. If something happened to somebody I loved, I would just think that I would, speaking about them, I would break down. Me personally, I would break. I don't think when I love hard. If something happened to somebody I love, I don't think I could keep it together. I don't think I could hold it together. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure, knowing myself, I don't think I could hold it together. Like, I'm a very strong person, but when it comes to people I love, man, hey, I love too hard to just sit there and just talk about something so tragic. The only time that I ever was okay, and even then I still broke down, the only time I was ever okay with death was the death of my grandmother. But I knew it was happening. Like, she was sick for a long time, and everybody in the family knew that it was coming, like, right at that, maybe not that exact moment, but we knew like this was about to happen. So, I mean, I prepared myself for that. I was a kid, but I knew it was coming. And even then I still broke down, but I was okay at a certain point after a while. But it took me years to get over that shit. But I mean, that was the only time I ever was accepting, because I knew it was coming. But even then I still wasn't okay. So I don't know how anybody could just not break down, especially about a 13-year-old girl that's your sister, that all this shit you finding out on the fly happened to. And I don't see how no one could just sit there with a straight face and talk about this shit. I couldn't.
But from a woman's point of view,
yeah, like you said, from a woman's point of view,
a lover, your kid's father, and your young niece who is a victim, someone that has no control over what goes on in her life because she's a child. She can't think for herself as an adult, but you made an adult decision to bring this into her life, and you showed no emotion. Understand?
I think today, is it your birthday, Kimbo? Kimbo hit me up and said it's her birthday. Everybody tell Kimbo happy birthday. Salute, Kimbo. Happy birthday to you. I appreciate you for being around the gang. Salute, salute, salute.
Act like you was irritated, you know?
I agree, you know. I love my grandmother, but, you know, feel like she needs to, you know, open her eyes a little bit more. You know, realize what time we in. When you start thinking all the time, so
Yeah.
you know, this is what's going on now. This how our society is moving now. You know?
So, do you think, based on, there was one specific text message I want to bring it up because I really don't want to bring up any of the graphic ones, you know, that was out on your sister. There was one where your sister was asking your auntie a certain address or how to get to this certain street. Your auntie gave her that information how to get there, knowing they said that was a street that Jarvis used to be on.
How can this dude just... Okay, let me just stop giving my opinion. Everybody, how do y'all feel about Vari? Just tell everybody in the chat how you're feeling about Vari right now. What are you reading off his body language during this time? What are you getting? Like, what is your thought process on Vari? Tell me in the chat.
So, do you think your auntie had an inkling or she knew that this man was messing with her niece? Because she was calling her fast and everything.
I think she didn't know. And that's honestly, I ain't holding no emotions, none of that back. I feel like she knew, and that's just how I feel. You know, I don't care about how nobody else feels, because at the end of the day, it's my little sister, you know.
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't care what my grandma feel, nobody else feel inside the family, because it's my little sister, and they all agreed to it, you know. I ain't gonna hold that back from them. They did agree on me with that, but so far, I don't.
So you think she knew?
I think she knew, and I just think it's hard for her just to, you know, she's scared, you know. But
I see. So it looks like she lost a lot of weight. Did you notice that? They've been saying that?
Yeah, because the twins and them, they,
age is about, they said they dropped a lot. They look more like stress weight. Do you think it's stress or they just like Shannon is small?
I feel like it's both. Shannon more stress. Marquita more, you know, I feel like neutral. She's neutral.
And Marquita's daughter was actually on the stand too, right?
What is neutral about Marquita? What the fuck is neutral about her? I would love to know what you meant by that.
And that hurt me too, which is my little cousin.
So she witnessed.
And my little cousin going through, you know, she in therapy right now. She going through, you know, depression and stuff. You know, she's stressed. She feel like it's her fault, you know.
She should have told.
Yeah, she feel like she should have told, and you know, she's trying to kill herself, all types of stuff. So that's why her dad got her in therapy and stuff now. So he doing good with her with that and stuff like that. So appreciate him with that for doing that for her. But
I don't know, Vari. I don't know. I'm gonna let the chat talk to you.
You know, depression and stuff. You know, she's stressed. She feel like it's her fault, you know.
She should have told.
Yeah, she feel like she should have told, and you know, she's trying to kill herself, all types of stuff. So that's why her dad got her in therapy and stuff now. So he doing good with her with that and stuff like that. So appreciate him with that for doing that for her. But
now, have you been to any of the court dates?
No, but when this next trial come, I will be there. It's just I couldn't, you know, I couldn't do it. It was too much at the time.
Yeah, because a lot of people lose it in the courtroom. I did see her father saying he almost jumped over, did this, he had to be kicked out, thrown out.
Yeah, so, but I feel like I do need to, you know, show up to one of the court dates, you know, for not just to show up for, you know, for my sister, you know. 'Cause
I feel like I need to show, nigga, why would you say you feel, nigga, you should just go. You shouldn't feel like you need to. You should say, I'm definitely going to support Naziyah.
It's not really about me. This about getting justice for my sister, you know. I ain't worried about the money, the fame, none of it. You feel me? I just want to know where my little sister at. Just want to have a proper burial, you know.
Right.
Good memorial, and just, you know, forever, you know, have her name, forever live her name on, you know. Because she was an innocent little girl, you know. She was groomed into something that she wasn't, you know.
Yes, it looks as that because I saw many pictures prior to this molestation when she was younger. And you could just see, I seen pictures of you and her. You could just see the light, just happy, just joyful.
It was happy.
And then after that, it looks like it was more vulgar songs, more like singing more. I think it was one she said she was going to be a wife and going to have babies and all of this. So I
seen the video.
So now looking back, it looked like, who were you singing to? Who were you talking about?
Relating on, I kind of look back at that too.
And then you look at this grown monster man that came into a family and seen it was a lot of kids there.
It's crazy.
And did that. And
it's just lack of emotion for me. But I mean, I could be reading too much into it, and like I said, I could be wrong. I'm always up for being wrong. It's just a lack of emotion for me.
I also read where now are your cousins Shannon children still in her custody because they said CPS came and removed them?
I think the kids are still in their care right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's gonna actually happen or not, but this situation deep, so I feel like it is gonna happen. I feel like the kids gonna get removed, even though I don't want them to. But if it's best for their safety,
Yes.
I agree. If it's best for the kids' safety, But this situation changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's just too much non-emotion, and that's the reason why I look at Vari the way I do. It's too much non-emotion for me.
You never knew it was serious. You never knew your sister was having sex, being molested. Even did you know she was pregnant?
No. That's what everybody keep asking me. Like, do you know your sister was pregnant? No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
When I looked inside the TikTok video, because somebody sent it to me, and they said, go look at your sister's last TikTok video she made. I went to go look at it, and I didn't really see none of it, because she had a coat on.
Yeah.
So I ain't really, but when I looked at her face was puffy.
Like pie face.
So I was thinking about, it took me back when I had my daughter.
Yeah.
And my baby mama was pregnant with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Her face was puffy and stuff, so it was like, you know what I'm saying? Did I want to believe or didn't want to believe it? But her face was getting puffy, so I could believe that she was pregnant.
Yeah,
and it was in the messages too, and then the pregnancy tests and stuff, so it's crazy. This whole situation is crazy.
So what y'all think about Vari, man? Let me know in the chat. What are your thoughts on him after watching those clips of Vari? Tell me in the chat. They said, Vari, you weak as fuck. He ain't that innocent. He got a kid too. He ain't dumb. Tyra Rowe, welcome back to the gang. Salute, salute, salute. I appreciate that membership. Virgo baby say he cap. But why nobody put a memorial together? They said one of the cops called and talked to Shannon about a memorial, and she was like, nah, she ain't dead. Why we going to a memorial? They said, you can tell he didn't finish school. He's immature and damaged. He wasn't around. It says, the brother a clout chaser, period. Her poor father passed away. How old is he? I think he's 18 or 19. I think 18. Everyone grieves different. He needs therapy. That boy wasn't around at the time, and he was begging for some of the donations for his. Yeah, exactly. He was over there. He clout chasing. See, he's over there talking about, oh, I didn't know this and didn't know. It sounds like you're not questioning or asking the right questions for me, because you was all in Roxy DM talking about, give me some of that donation money. I got a kid. I need help. Nigga, what about your sister? I wouldn't give a damn how broke I was if that shit happened to somebody I loved. I wouldn't give a damn about none of that GoFundMe money. I would be trying to say, look, we need to be putting that money towards a memorial or a search team or something. I wouldn't want to send it to the cops. I was going to say give it to the cops, but fuck that. We would need to put that for a private investigator, for memorial service, funeral service, something that we would need to put that money towards. I wouldn't ask for a penny, and I would do interview after interview if it meant I could get justice and awareness for my loved one. I wouldn't ask for a fucking penny. I wouldn't ask for a single donation. I wouldn't even let nobody donate to me. Nah, I'm cool. If you chose to do it, if you figured out my Cash App or something, that would be up to you, but I would never be like, okay, y'all, look, my Cash App is so-and-so. I got to GoFundMe here for this, and y'all can send me money. No, I would never. You clout chasing, fam. To me, Vari's a clout chaser. Mark is a clout chaser. Roxy is a clout chaser. Let's continue.
Good morning, everyone. So I've been seeing a lot of posts online regarding the Naziyah Harris case where people are alleging that she got off the bus on January 9th after getting out of school, went home, either changed or got clothes, and then went to Jarvis's workshop. I looked at all of the evidence, I put some timelines together, and I just don't think that this is possible, and I'm going to explain why right now. So the last bell dismissing kids from the school that Naziyah Harris attended is at 2:40 p.m. So classes end at 2:40, and for approximately 10 minutes, kids are gathering their things and they're boarding their buses. This is according to a parent that has a child that attends this school that Naziyah Harris attends. So that would bring us to about 2:50 p.m. That's when buses are starting to leave the premises of that school to bring kids to their bus stops. According to reports, Naziyah was dropped off at her normal bus stop on Cornwall Street and 3 Mile Drive. And as you can see, the school to her bus stop is about 3 minutes driving distance. So that would mean that she would have gotten dropped off at that bus stop around 2:52, 2:53, give or take. Now at 2:54, Naziyah is seen walking in the opposite direction of her home and toward Jarvis's shop in an area that is about a minute away from her bus stop, which would coincide with her getting off the bus and immediately heading right to Jarvis's shop. This would also match up with the text messages that Naziyah sent Jarvis where she had planned to meet up with him shortly before 3 p.m. on January 9th right after school. Now when it comes to the clothing that was found in that wooded area, there's no doubt that the shoes belonged to Naziyah. There's also no doubt that that hoodie was Naziyah's as well as the earbuds that she had on in one of her last selfies that she took at school. But a lot of people were thrown off by that pink jumpsuit.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Guy, for showing those earbuds in her ear at school. So, what the fuck are earbuds attached to? And I don't mean like they have a cord, but what do you connect? Let me say it better. So they ain't attached to nothing, Ratchet. They ain't got wires. Ha! Shut up. What are earbuds connected to? If you have earbuds in your ear from an iPhone, what does that mean you also have? It's an Apple AirPods at there. Yeah, you got it. That's why I said iPhone. So you got Apple earbuds, meaning they're connected to what? Somebody said Bluetooth. Smart ass. Yeah, Bluetooth. But what is Bluetooth connected to? A cell phone. So if you got AirPods in your, she didn't have no. First of all, they're saying she had a school tablet. You ain't gonna connect your earbuds to your school tablet and be no. That girl had a phone, which we need to know where the fuck that phone is at. She didn't. That was not connected to no tablet. I'm sorry, y'all. For the people saying tablet in here, that girl. And first of all, she had Apple, meaning she had an Apple iPhone, and everybody knows she had a phone. Where is that fucking phone at? I'm sick of hearing about that tablet. Fuck that tablet. That girl had a phone. Where is that phone at?
Now, this pink jumpsuit could be completely unrelated to this case, maybe just another article of clothing that someone threw there, but it's also possible that she had this pink jumpsuit on under her outfit because it's January, it is cold, and we already know that she was bundled up because she did have that black hoodie on underneath that colorful character jacket that she had on as well. So while I do believe that Shannon and Annette Harris, Naziyah's aunt and grandmother, should be held accountable and should face some consequences for their failure to protect this child for child neglect, which has resulted in this child's death, I don't think that they actually saw Naziyah after she got out of school on January 9th, 2024. The timeline just wouldn't make that possible. I do believe that once Jarvis is convicted and found guilty, charges may be brought against both Shannon and Annette. However, it is possible that just like Jen Soto in the Madeline Soto case, they could have been granted limited immunity in order for them to testify against Jarvis at his trial. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I do think that they should be charged with something, but we just have to wait and see if the state is actually going to pursue charges against them. But at the moment, authorities do not have any evidence that link Shannon or Annette to the physical unaliving of Naziyah, as they do have that evidence against Jarvis.
Someone hit me up and said, I can't write because I'm new to the channel. The sister and King said she was on the phone the entire time at the shop when they took the stand. That's my point exactly. King definitely testified that she was on the phone when he was in the car. Everybody know that girl was on the phone. My bad. I thought my dog was over there doing something. But everybody know that little girl was on the phone. Where is that phone at? I want to know where that phone is at and why no one is speaking of that phone and why they don't have the pings. No one knew Naziyah's number? Nobody?
Hey guys, so a lot of people have been asking, has anyone from Naziyah's school spoken out to say that there was any change in behavior or odd behavior that she was exhibiting on January 9th before she left school to go meet up with Jarvis? Now, according to the documents, most of the people at the school who were closest to Naziyah did state that there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary with her on January 9th, 2024. One person, however, a substitute teacher who had known Naziyah since she was in the first grade, did say that she seemed off that day. This substitute teacher said that Naziyah was acting, quote, unusual, and that Naziyah had asked to go and speak to a counselor. The sub told Naziyah that she would be able to go speak to the counselor after breakfast. However, the counselor never came to the room to get Naziyah.
I need everybody in the room to double tap that screen to get these likes up. We should be way past 600 likes. We should be leaning towards 1,000. Can everybody in this room double tap that screen and get the likes up?
The sub then said that she gave Naziyah an assignment to work on, but Naziyah ended up laying on the floor, something she said Naziyah never did. Now, if you guys remember, in September of 2023, Naziyah had sent a message to Jarvis expressing concern over the fact that she may be pregnant. Now, I did a little bit of research, and while all women are different and their bodies respond to being pregnant differently, the general overview was that in the second trimester, around 4 to 6 months, that's when many women start feeling discomfort and experiencing pain due to their pregnancy. Now, if you go with the text messages in September where Naziyah tells Jarvis that she believes she's pregnant, and combine that with January, her wanting to go see a counselor, her laying on the floor, something she never did before, looking as if she was in pain, that would be consistent with her being around 4 months pregnant, fitting into that second trimester time period. So I can't help but wonder if that is what Naziyah wanted to go and speak to her counselor about, and if that night Jarvis and Naziyah collectively together plan to terminate the pregnancy, possibly using red antifreeze, which is a method that Jarvis did look up on Google.
And we all know Jarvis was trying to do a home abortion, and we just don't know what the fuck happened or if that was the thing that went wrong. So let's continue. Someone says, Vari also stated in his previous interview that he purchased her a phone. I am a super crime spiritual junkie, so I go through cases and words thoroughly. Oh, she said, please don't read that part. Well, my bad. I read it. You should have started with don't read this because I'm live. But anyway, it don't matter. You like to go over shit. It's cool. Anyway, let's continue. Well, Vari says he purchased her a phone. We don't know who purchased what. I think they all liars, but let's continue.
What if that red antifreeze was used that night to terminate the pregnancy because 1, Jarvis was going to be locked up for a little while, and 2, Naziyah was starting to experience a lot of pain and discomfort when something happened and she ended up passing away as a result? That's one thing that I think may have happened. The second thing that I think may have happened based on what we know thus far is that possibly Naziyah was, going to tell Jarvis that she has to say something. Maybe they did attempt to terminate the pregnancy prior and they realized that they couldn't do it, and maybe Jarvis snapped that night. And then we have the hoodie right here where, mind you, she wore this hoodie to school. Her DNA was on it. Blood was on it. And Naziyah's grandmother said that the hoodie was basically brand new condition. When they found it, it had holes in the hood, which the prosecution is saying is consistent with holes made from a knife. So could Jarvis have snapped that night because he realized that they weren't going to be able to terminate the pregnancy without getting other people involved? Either Naziyah was going to have to deliver this baby, or they were going to have to let someone know that she was pregnant. By whom? Because they would have found out, and she would have had to get the pregnancy terminated professionally. His fear of being caught, his frustration with not being able to do this privately, his worry about this all being exposed could have very well been a factor here in him violently choosing to take her life that night out of rage. And let's also not forget the red substance that was found on Naziyah's school ID. Is this blood? Is it not blood? Could this be red antifreeze? Could it not be red antifreeze? We don't really have conclusive answers yet as to what this substance is. I'm not trying to start any conspiracies or push this stuff as facts. This is just what I'm thinking in my head based on what we know as fact thus far in this case. Later today or tomorrow, I am going to do a full recap of the timeline of events, as well as map out all of the key points and areas in this case so that we can maybe get a better understanding as to where Naziyah may be. So make sure that you guys follow me if you want to see that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later on.
So where is that substitute teacher at? I would love to see that person get on the stand and talk as well. And I wonder why that person wasn't at the preliminary hearing. I would like to know that.
I was strolling on social media today and I came across this.
Am I in this one yet? No, I'm not.
Hey, y'all. Hey, of course, I'm in my favorite place. About to get chemo. Well, I get my Benadryl first, so I'm trying to make this video before I go to sleep. But I pray that everyone is doing well. So, y'all, this Naziyah Harris case has me in a chokehold. Because I have a granddaughter. I have an older granddaughter. I have 2 younger granddaughters. And I would kill someone if they touch my grandbabies. I was like that about my kids, by my girls. Don't touch. I didn't trust them to go to everybody's house. I don't care about you being an uncle, nephew, brother. I don't care about you being none of that. My baby wasn't finna be staying with you like that. And I just feel like that, just like that everybody has said, that family really, really, really failed that baby. And my thing is, if you paying attention to her, you could see the change in her. Because, so that means y'all wasn't paying attention to this baby at all. Because the fact that she basically was forced into womanhood early, you would have saw those changes.
And I think that's a key point right there. We got to have some sort of neglect here. Because if you're paying attention to your child, first of all, how could it slip past you that your child is 4 months pregnant at the age of 13? Like that, I don't think that that's even possible. Every woman in this room has probably, damn near every woman, let me not say that, a lot of women in this room have children. If you have children right now in the room, drop the gems. I'm only talking to women that have children. But I'm pretty sure not only have y'all, or some of y'all have kids, some of y'all have relatives that have kids. I'm pretty sure everybody in this room knows somebody who was pregnant at a point, right? I'm pretty sure everybody's been around somebody that's been pregnant, right? So ladies, if you know about pregnancy, drop the gems in the chat. So if you're paying attention to your child, especially that young, I'm just asking women right now. Men, you've had baby mamas, you can answer the question too. Y'all had kids who've had kids or whatever. Men can answer the question too, so I'm not just talking ladies, my bad. Would you be able to tell your 13-year-old child was pregnant at 4 months pregnant? Would you be able to tell that? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. And salute to Leash for that 5-piece. Leash says sub teacher testified she got a subpoena. Salute to Leash, I appreciate you. Salute. But we need her on stand, he or she on stand at the trial. Salute to JoJo for that whole honey bun. I said nobody was going to beat Just B. I don't think nobody could beat JoJo now. JoJo then took the cake and dropped the whole honey bun. Says, love spending time with the Ratchet Gang. Let's get them likes up. Salute to you. And double tap that screen for JoJo for dropping that whole honey bun. Salute to you. Let's go.
Just her whole demeanor would have been different. Her whole demeanor would have changed. But it's really sad. And I know everybody has become an investigator on this case, literally. But I do feel like Shannon did something to that baby, because I do feel like Shannon was jealous. Um,
Do you guys feel like Shannon was jealous of her?
because for one, Naziyah was a pretty little girl.
Someone said morning sickness, mood swings, weight gain, changes in eating habits. Someone says, sadly, I was 14 and hid my pregnancy for 7 months. Well, I don't know how that. I'm just guessing. No, I'm not speak. I don't want to speak ill of you or judge you or nothing like that. I'm just saying, if your parents were paying attention, I don't see how that could slip past them for 7 months. If they were paying attention to you, I don't know your parents and I don't know you, so I'm not judging you. I'm just guessing and I'm just going off of my thoughts. I don't think that you could hang around somebody for 7 months every day, especially a child, and not notice that they're changing, not notice the change in them. So I would like to think that especially 7 months pregnant and you're 14, how could that go past parents who are paying attention to their children every day?
But the thing is, apparently you wasn't pleasing Jarvis like you should have been because he wouldn't have been constantly going to his baby. So, and then the fact that he just manipulated her. And that is the whole, that when I say this case has literally had me in a whole chokehold, I've been trying to find, I just been watching like the TikTok videos. I literally been trying to find the trial because I want to really follow this trial because I want them to get what they deserve.
Salute Dorothy Miner says, what happened the night before? We don't know the timeline at all. I think they just lying to us about a lot of stuff. But thank you, Dorothy, for that 20 piece. I appreciate you. We had 3 honey buns now. Salute, salute.
And I'm saying they because even the grandmother, baby, because me as a granny, baby, everybody tell you, I'm a beast when it come down to my grands. You not gonna do nothing to my grandkids, and I just stand by and watch. The way nobody has any emotional connection to this little girl. If I was on that stand, I wouldn't probably even be able to talk because I'm so torn down because, first of all, don't know where she is, you know, don't know whether she dead or alive, just the fact that I don't know. I would be about to lose my mind. I would. And I would turn everybody in. I start singing like a hummingbird. I would turn every last one of them in. I don't care about you being my daughter. I don't care about you being her baby daddy. Y'all did something to my grandbaby. Oh, y'all gone. You're going down. And it's sad to say I don't wish nothing bad on anybody but Jarvis. Your last name is Butts. But so in the end result, baby, I'm sure they wearing yours out in that prison.
Jarvis getting his butt clapped. Jarvis is getting he's getting cream cheese inside of his bagel. Jarvis is getting his muffins fluffed. Jarvis, no, let me say, I know too much detail. All right, let's go.
Because if they know what you did, they gonna get you. They're gonna get you, and I hope they do, because you did that baby so wrong, so wrong. That was, and the fact that you have done this to other young girls, you have a problem. And you need to really sit in jail and think about it. You need to pray. Again, if Shannon did something to this baby, yeah, she wrong too, and she gonna bust hell wide open too. But the manipulation, the text message between the two of you guys, you manipulated her. So again, I'm saying, yeah, Shannon probably played her. She played a part. But don't you realize you have a problem? Jarvis, you have a really bad problem. And if you're ever released, you need help. You need help. Because I guess, you get with these women, and from what I've read before, heard before, you get with these women that have daughters.
Salute to She Reads. Thank you for the 5-piece. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute.
And some of y'all women are stupid. When it come down to y'all kids and y'all these boyfriends and stuff like that, stop leaving your kids with everybody. Stop being so trustworthy. You done dated this man 2 weeks and you go to the store and you leave your baby right there. No, I don't care if I'm going to the mailbox.
Is she dropping gems right now, y'all? Ladies, how y'all feeling about this lady? Is she dropping gems right now?
Come on. I'm not gonna trust you like that. Baby, it's gonna take a long time for me to put some trust in anybody like that, to where to where I put my innocent kids in harm's way.
And I think most women do agree with her. Damn, somebody said it's a generational curse, and unfortunately, Naziyah had to be the one to break it. The grandmother, the mother, and clearly the aunts are mentally off. Just think about all the skeletons that were hidden that came out. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Salute, salute.
I would never, ever, ever want to put my grands in a position to where their innocence could potentially be taken. So, I just, like I said, this case has me in a chokehold, and I just think everybody was wrong. The entire family was wrong. And I do feel like the entire family had something to do with it. And that's really sad. As a grandmother, I can't, I I'm speechless.
We ain't beefing, you just mad, says facts. Always keep your kids very close to you. I ain't leaving my babies at home with a stranger for nothing. Thank you for the 5-piece. Salute.
Because, like I said, I'm not that type of grandmother. I'm not that type of grandmother. My grandmother was strict on me. And it's not that I'm so strict on my grands or my kids. It's just I'm cautious. You know what I'm saying? I'm very cautious. So it's like, no, my daughter can tell you. Was she able to spend? Nope, she wasn't. She wasn't able to spend. I don't care if it was family. She was not able to spend the night over people's houses. Oh, they can come to your house, but you can't go to theirs. And I'm the same way with my grands. My granddaughter in particular, because she basically lives with me. No, she can't go. No sleepovers. No. Mm-mm. It's too much happening. It's too much going on. And like I said, you go to somebody's sleepover. That wife trusts that husband. If the person is married. So if she got to run to the store, oh honey, I'll be right back. Watch the girls right quick. That's why I don't let her go places like that. Because again, you don't know who you're dealing with. You probably been married to a man forever. But the thing is, I'm not gonna put nobody in harm's way like that. I knew my husband wasn't no pedophile. But at the same time, but of course, we was together for over 20 some years. So, okay, you done basically raised my kids. You know what I'm saying? You done raised these children. So, my thing is, I know for a fact he was not going to touch them. Because I don't care what nobody say. If you pay attention to people, you know. You know. I know a person that did that, and I guarantee you, I believe the whole story because I already felt it. So I'm telling you, pay attention to people who you around. Pay attention to people you let your kids be around. Family members, friends, pay attention. Because I'm telling you, if you pay attention, you'll see it. You will see it. But I'm going to get off here. They should be bringing my pre-meds in. Like I said, I'm here to do my chemo. But I pray that this baby get justice. Because, like I said, this case has had me. Because it's sad. It's really sad. It's sad and it's really heartbreaking. Just like y'all didn't know she was pregnant. It's two video. It's two. When she was in that jacket that zipped up, got the fur around, you could tell she was pregnant. That
True.
video she got on that hoodie. You can obviously tell that girl is pregnant. So I'm like, y'all missed this? But again, people not paying attention. So her grandmama probably getting money for her. That's all that really matters to her. But okay. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. As I always say, y'all pray for me. And I'm going to continue to pray for you. And we're going to watch God change things. Bye.
Salute to you. And hopefully you beat that cancer. Hopefully you beat that, sweetie. And we going to be, and you be in our thoughts and prayers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to change this
Y'all
world
know
together, y'all. So, okay. So, with that being said, we got to get into another situation, and that other situation that we got to get into is the what else is going on out there in Detroit? It's not just Naziyah. There's so many other cases. V Will, thank you for that 10-piece. Salute, salute, salute. All right, so with the Naziyah Harris situation, I think the red flags were there for the whole family. I think everybody knew something was up with Naziyah. I don't feel like the family did not know she was pregnant. Matter of fact, I know they knew because Shannon already admitted it and said they took a pregnancy test together. Why y'all took a pregnancy test together beats the fuck out of me. Why y'all didn't question who the baby daddy was? I'm pretty sure you knew it was Jarvis. Just like I'm pretty sure you knew Jarvis was down there in the basement. Just like I'm pretty sure you knew Jarvis was doing shit at that shop. Just like I'm pretty sure you knew because the other kids was telling you they seen them doing it. If a 9-year-old can get on a stand and get in full detail and tell you, I saw Jarvis with his pants down, and so did Naziyah, and she was on top of him, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, whatever. I'm pretty sure that if she can get on the stand and remember that shit, that she told you face to face that happened. I'm pretty sure at one point or another, she told Shannon this happened. I saw Jarvis and her in the was it in the basement or wherever they was. It don't matter where they was at in the house. I'm pretty sure she told Shannon and Marquita, I just saw Jarvis and Naziyah, and they both of their pants was down, and you know they was whoop-de-whooping on the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say all this shit, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure if a 9-year-old can get on a stand and remember and say that shit, that same 9-year-old went to the family and told them exactly what happened. Why would she not tell Shannon and Marquita and Annette? I'm pretty sure she ran up out of there. Just like they went to the the gas station, the auto shop, and she says he was trying to do it with me, and I told him take me home, or he was doing it with his own daughter. He was doing this with this family member. He was doing this, and they just continued to say, "Hey, Naziyah, you want to go to Jarvis' shop? Hey, Jarvis, do you need Naziyah today? Hey, Jarvis, you want to see Naziyah? Hey, Jarvis, Naziyah. Hey, Jarvis, Naziyah." Jarvis, Naziyah, you, it's like y'all almost pushed her onto his lap. Hey, you want Jarvis? Hey, go. And the nigga already told you he did something with a fucking 4-year-old. So if this motherfucker then told you, hey, whoop-de-whoop with a 4-year-old, and then you pushing a 13-year-old girl who he obviously has taken a liking to, it was obvious. Do you see how many? They had thousands of text messages between each other over years. They had thousands of text messages over years. You never knew nothing? She was using your phone to communicate with Jarvis. Why the fuck is Naziyah talking to Jarvis? What the fuck they got? What the fuck a grown-ass man need to be hitting up a 13-year-old about? Why does he need to be calling and texting a 13-year-old? Why does she need your phone to communicate with your man? You didn't see no red flags there, Shannon? I find that very hard to believe. She's sitting at, Jarvis pulling up to the house. She the first one running out the door. Why? Why is she so close to your man? Shannon? How close were Jarvis and Naziyah? I mean, obviously we know how close they were, but I'm asking Shannon, how close was they? Because you sure as fuck knew some shit, because that little girl used to run out that house and go meet your man before you could even go say hi to him. She outside before his own kids. She was more excited to see him than his own damn kids. They say, ain't no way. Say Shannon was with it all. They said, right, too many red flags, they don't care. I believe they was pimping her out. I believe so too. She was vulnerable, wanting a father. She wanted to be held and cuddled, and she wanted to be loved, but this nigga took it upon himself to do a lot of creepy, weird shit with that. Now, you could have been a father figure to her, not daddy. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be daddy like Shannon called you daddy. You was trying to be daddy. You wasn't trying to be a father figure. Weird ass motherfucker. Jarvis, God gonna deal with you, my boy. Jarvis Butts. God is gonna punish you in ways you've never thought you could be punished. Just like God gonna deal with a lot of people out there in Detroit. Because she was frequenting areas where Jarvis was hanging out with a bunch of more PDF files. It was a bunch of PDFs out there in that neighborhood. And Shannon, why did that little girl... Let me ask you ladies and gentlemen a question. If your 13-year-old daughter texted your phone and said, hey, how I get over to so-and-so street and whoop-de-whoop, what would your response be if they're asking about how to get to cross streets and shit? Hey, I'm just going to name, I know this ain't the streets, but how do I get to 1st and 5th? What would your response be if your daughter, 13 years old, said, hey, mom, or hey, dad, how do I get to 1st and 13th? How do I get over there? Can you tell me how to get there? They said, before you ask, I'm going to ask why you asked it. They said, you ain't going nowhere. They said, why? Why? They said, she's speaking straight facts. Before you ask, they said, why do you want to know? Get home now. Bring your ass home. Why? Where you going? What the fuck you need over there? Ratchet, you got me messed up. I'm eating queso right now. I don't want it. What the hell is you talking about? I would have been like a detective. Why? I ain't gonna lie. I would have been like, send me your location right now, because I'm popping out. I'm gonna pop out and show motherfuckers. Hold on, I don't know where you think you going, but let me. Matter of fact, I'll take you over there. Let's go together. Let's find out what's over there. Now let me see your phone, because we finna figure out who the fuck you was finna go meet over there. Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take you. We gonna go together. We finna go right over there together. All right. So with that being said, Naziyah Harris, that situation is still a situation that I think affects many of us. I think a lot of us are losing sleep over that situation. I know damn well I've been losing sleep over that situation. Just like a lot of people been coming up to me like, Ratchet, have you heard about this shit right here? Ratchet, have you heard about what's going on out there in Detroit, man? That's not the only thing going on. There's more going on in Detroit right now, Ratchet. Let's chop it up, gang.
Everybody who know me know I worship the ground them kids walked on.
The 29-year-old mother of the 2 kids that likely froze to death Monday in the parking structure of the Hollywood casino.
Maybe I asked the wrong people for help, but that was the only thing I did wrong.
Tatiana, remembering how many times she reached out for a place to live, she asked the father of the 2 kids that died.
He had an excuse every time. Either he's working, they can't come where he living. He live with a female, and the parents and them don't want kids there or something.
She also...
I just got so many issues with this story, too. I got so many issues with this story, y'all.
Also asked the city of Detroit for help.
I reached out in November. I reached out before that. I've been on the CAM list for a long time. And every time I call and ask if they have a bed, they say they don't have family beds.
They don't have family beds. So Detroit don't give a damn either. Mimi, thank you for the 10-piece. Mimi says, salute Ratchet at everything you bring. Justice for Naziyah Harris and Janiyah McMichael. They knew that baby girl was pregnant. A young teen at that age wouldn't be able to hide emotions, mood, and etc. It would show. Salute to you. Thank you for the 10-piece. Thank you, Lady Nah, for that 20-piece. Lady Nah says, thank you for covering real content, Big Ratchet. You know what we do over here. These other people going around covering bullshit. We going to get to the facts. We going to get to these gems, and we going to protect these children, and we going to protect each other. Let's go.
So the 7 of them had been sleeping in their 2002 Town and Country van since November, but the kids had everything else.
They ate every day, all day. Goodies, food. They didn't want for nothing. Every day they went to school. I had one mistake.
I'm going to be real, and I don't want to sound heartless right now, but before I say this, can anybody point out a major red flag in this situation? What do you not see right here? I think everybody in Ratchet Gang finna pinpoint this, what I'm finna say. I don't want to put nothing on nobody that they not thinking, so I don't like to say nothing until people think about it. We almost had 1,000 likes. Can everybody double tap that screen and get the likes up? No tears. Tears, thank you. Double tap the screen, get the likes up. Everybody sees that she's not. My kids every day. They didn't want for nothing. I don't want to sound insensitive, but I don't see any real emotion here.
And the kid's grandmother, 49-year-old Yvette Goodman, was also in the van that day. Did the van run out of gas?
I have no idea what happened.
Everybody's doing this. This look. I have no idea what happened. I can look sad. Everybody in here can look sad. I can do it right now. I can do that on the spot. So I'm not really feeling it right now.
I have no idea.
Were you?
Salute to Tyra Rowe for the 2-piece. Thank you. She said, get the likes up. Salute.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes.
And then when you woke?
Only night I fell asleep. I usually be woke.
And when you woke up, what happened?
My grandson wasn't moving.
A GoFundMe account has been set.
What is you laughing about? What the fuck you laughing at?
Up to help the family.
And that's one of the reasons we did set the GoFundMe up, so she will be able to have housing for herself and the children, her other remaining children.
We'll put a link to the GoFundMe account on our website, fox2detroit.com.
That's all I wanted to do was sleep somewhere safe.
In Detroit, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Hold up. That one did not download. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Let's get to this one.
Now to an update on the story involving 2 children who died while living inside of their van with their mother and 2 other siblings. It happened on Monday afternoon, and we've learned that the mother previously tried to get shelter in the city, but she was not able to.
And now the city is re-examining its process for getting residents help. Gino Vici joins us from Hollywood Casino at Greektown with more on what can be done.
Thank you, Valerie, for the $5 on Cash App. It says for the state should have stepped in if they had no bed. I believe Detroit needs to do better as a city. I don't think Detroit police give a fuck about anything. I don't think the mayor. I don't think nobody gives a fuck in Detroit. I'm sorry. Detroit is a place that I would never go to. Hey, Detroit, salute to y'all, but you won't never catch a big ratchet out there saying, hey, I'm going on vacation. Where you going, Detroit? No, thank you.
Yes, certainly.
I'm going to put Detroit on the same list as Chicago. I'm put that on the same list. I don't want to go to neither one of them damn places.
Lots of questions in light of this unfortunate tragedy involving 2 young children dying from what police say was exposure to hypothermia. I spoke to city officials who say having available resources in the city is not the issue. However, making sure they can connect those resources to those who need it will be the focus moving forward. I'm also told there's a lot going on behind the scenes to make sure that process is being improved and something like this never happens again.
We understand there are many questions.
The deputy mayor's office says it's currently working diligently to support the family of 9-year-old Darnell Curry and 2-year-old Amelia Curry after both children died on Monday. Police say the 2 children were living in a van with their mother and 2 other siblings and parked inside the Hollywood Casino parking garage.
So have you guys heard about this story yet? Let me know in the chat if you guys have already heard about this. This is a sad situation. RIP to those children, and this ain't a situation that I'm trying to, make any fun of or anything like that. I'm literally pointing out facts. And look, for the person that said they didn't, look, this is the news. It says Detroit examining resources after children freeze to death. So for the person who jumped in here and said, I can't with you, Ratchet, those kids didn't freeze. They definitely did. Hypothermia means they froze to death. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what happened.
When their mother noticed they were unresponsive, police say Darnell and Amelia were rushed to a nearby hospital where they were pronounced dead. And in light of their unfortunate deaths, the city, during a news conference on Tuesday, announced Deputy Mayor Malia Howard and Head of Housing Julia Snyder will spend the next 2 weeks examining the city's ability to connect resources they say are available to those who need it.
The full strength of the administration is behind this effort, and my complete attention will be on nothing but this.
For example, the city says calls coming in involving children should now warrant an in-person meeting and escalating the request to get them shelter. It was also
I think y'all should have been doing this, Detroit. What the fuck is y'all on?
revealed the mother of the two children tried to get help several months ago but was unable to. Howard, during a video news release, says there is a lot of effort behind improving this process so a tragedy like this never happens again.
Both the 14-day administrative review and the DPD investigation are still ongoing.
In Detroit, Gino Vici, CBS News, Detroit.
Funeral arrangements have now been announced for the two children who died. Public visitation will be held next Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the new McFall Brothers Funeral Home. The two children will be laid to rest the next day following funeral services at Triumph Church. Both locations are in Detroit.
R.I.P. to those kids, man. R.I.P. to those kids who lost their life. That's just a sad situation, man. Let's continue. I think this was the wrong video.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's the wrong one. Let me get that one off. Man. Let's go. Here it go.
Right now, we're going to turn to our other big story of the night. A father speaking to us tonight after learning two of his kids died from exposure to the cold in a casino parking lot.
Yesterday, 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham spoke to the mother of those two kids about the tragic situation.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son wasn't moving. And I kept saying, Freddie, please get up. Please.
Well, tonight, Darren is getting the father's side of this story.
And here goes the father. Now, this is the part that a lot of people are blaming this dad. I'm going to be real. If you don't say both, most people don't even blame the mama as much as they blame the daddy in this situation. Most people that I've seen are blaming the father. Big Baby, thank you for that two-piece. As God bless you, King. Get the likes up. Double tap the screen for Big Baby. Salute, salute, salute. Most people are blaming this dude. Now listen to this.
Hearing about the moment he learned two of his children had passed away.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police.
Why the fuck would you think this was some sick joke that your baby mama was playing on you by telling you your kids is no longer here? I mean, I just thought it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked everybody, even people out of state. But I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me. You know, people just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings.
I'm going to be real. I just see a lack of emotion, just like I see in the Naziyah Harris case. Maybe, I don't want people to think I'm just an insensitive person. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. I guess you can say that if you want to. I don't feel like I'm insensitive. I feel like I'm very sensitive to especially cases that involve children. But when I see a parent just sitting up there with a straight face moments after their kids are no longer here or sick, sad situations happen, I would just think people would be on their hands and knees on the floor. I think most women in this building, God forbid anything happens to any of your children, I would just like to think, even if you got kids in their 30s or 40s, if something like this happened, you would break down, let alone a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old. I think that you would. Where is the emotion? This just happened.
She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
Fam, somebody should whoop your ass. First of all, She said, can I get him? Now, can I get him just to get him? And can I get him because they homeless is two different things. Nigga, it don't matter why the fuck she telling your goofy, ugly ass to get him. Go get him. If your baby mama telling you to get the kids, you worried about getting some coochie. Go get them damn kids, weird ass nigga.
You said she had been homeless for 3 months.
Say, that's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No.
Nigga, what? Them other sob stories. Your kids are gone, bro.
Say, that's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me.
Salute Kimberly Johnson for that 2-piece.
Nothing.
Or that 3-piece, excuse me.
So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she did not. And she knows she could have.
Why couldn't you reach out to your motherfucking family and be like, hey, yo, BM just called and said that she need me to get the kids. Unfortunately, I can't right now, so could one of y'all, you know what I'm saying, get in contact with her and see what's going on? I mean, I wouldn't even do that dumb shit. I'm just saying, like, that's the least you could have did was try to get somebody else to help. You didn't want to help them. You could have put one of your family members in contact with her. No, she's supposed to call them. She's supposed to contact my family. Man, shut your goofy ass up.
Like we always used to do.
He says the last time he held his children was a month or two ago, and that they typically FaceTime. Moments he will miss.
And there's a, police investigation into this. What is it you would like to see come of this? Obviously, nothing's going to bring back your 9-year-old and your 2-year-old.
Don't even matter to me. Can't get them back, so it's whatever.
Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
No, you cannot get them back. Our heart aches for this family. I mean, there's so many people reaching out, trying to help. And I would just say, I mean, to anybody in our community, if your children are cold and go inside somewhere, beg for help if you can, so nothing like this ever happens again.
And as I learned today, there are shelters. In those kind of situations, even if it's not ideal, shelters are your best policy at that moment.
Shelters, there are churches, there are people who will take you in. And I know she said she asked for help, so we are not blaming the mother because this is absolute heartache, but I'm speaking.
We blaming her. We blaming her. I'm sorry, I'm blaming her. If y'all not, I am.
To anybody else out there, if you're in this situation, please go beg for help, go knock on a church door. They will let you in before they let you stay out in the cold and your children could possibly die. That won't happen. Please knock on a door and ask for help.
Yeah, please do. All right.
I don't buy it for 1 second that they were asking for help. I just can't see it. Me personally, I don't see it. Was this the one I just played? Let me see.
Right now, we're going to turn to...
Oh, yeah, that was it. Okay. Let me get this off. All right. And which one was this one? Let me see.
Well, the pictures...
Oh, no. I don't need that one yet. That's the one for later. All right. So, someone was in my chat. I got way more videos. We're not nowhere near done. But someone in my chat said they were actually in contact with the family and they had some gems for me. Now, do y'all want me to reach out to that person? If you do, drop the gems in the chat. If you want me to just continue with my show, drop the caps. If you're like, no, we don't want to hear from nobody that contacted them, drop the caps. If you do want to hear from someone who's been in contact with this family, drop the gems right now, and I'll get in contact with them right now. I'll call them right now, because we could get some real gems on this shit right now. Let me see. Let me call this person. Start the call. Y'all can still hear me, right? Okay, yeah, we good. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on, G?
All right, give me 1 second. Let me make sure. Hey, can y'all hear me and the caller? Drop the gems if you can hear me and the caller right now. Can y'all hear both of us? Let me make sure. All right. What's going on, man? You said you've been in contact with that family with the hypothermia?
Yeah. So How much time you got?
We good. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk to me. What's going on?
All right. So the day after this whole entire story broke, the first person I talked to was the sister of the father. Her name is Dominique. After I had a conversation with Dominique, she pretty much gave me their side of the story. So I reached out, got in contact with a few people from her side of the family because of the situation. And as I go further, you'll understand why it is that I'm leaving some things out because I said in your chat because someone was saying that they did an autopsy. They're currently doing an autopsy and they're going to do a toxicology because this is being treated as a homicide with the possibility of it being negligent homicide. I only know that from a close source at the morgue, but I'll leave that alone for right now. All right, so I'll start at the beginning. This girl, Tatiana Williams, her and Darnell have been in a relationship multiple times, spanning all the way back to high school. Originally, they had two children together, and then they broke up. She went and got with somebody else. He went and got with someone else, and then they came back together. They had a third child. So all together, they have three children. Now she has a fourth child. The fourth child is by a different man. So now that we got the groundwork for that, I'll move on to the next part. The next part is to talk about, and let me just say this very clearly right now, because I spoke to Darnell as well. And I'm not afraid to say this here. I've said it on my show. I've said it to him, and I've said it to his family. You a piece of shit. Because there's no reason and or excuse for you not to have gotten or did everything that you have possibly could do to get your children. So off rip, I just gotta let you know, as a father of three myself, you full of shit. And he accept that. Now, let's get that out the way. Moving on to the next segment. Her. This is not the first time that this young girl has been homeless. She's been homeless since November, all the way up until now. But like I said, this isn't the first time. By account from his family, this is the seventh time. And the reason that I keep referencing his family is because her family didn't want nothing to do with her. And the reason I say that is because of her pill addiction and because of other incidents that she's been involved in, drunken driving, child endangerment. She beat that case because she was able to get help from the family working with CPS, and they was able to help her out of that situation. So let's boil down to why it is that she was homeless. Tatiana has been put out of multiple hotels, short stays here in Detroit. Now, I'm as a resident from Detroit. I've been living in Detroit since I was born. The only time I left Detroit is when I went into the military and then when I moved out of state, and I've been back ever since 2016. And when I first heard about this story and they said that it was at the Hollywood Casino, which is also known as the Greektown Casino, I know that that's downtown. They said it was on the ninth floor. Cool. 8 floors down. You come out of Greektown Casino, you make a left, you go down 2 lights, make another left, go down the freeway, come up at Mac, or you can come up, you come up at Mac, make a left, hit St. Antoine, make a left, you right there at Children's Hospital. Roughly 6 minutes, 3 minutes if you're in a rush, which means you're blowing every red light. When I first heard the details of the story, I knew it was a lie. Apparently, from the details from the story, she pulled into the parking lot. She pulled into the garage, the parking garage, at 1 a.m. She apparently fell asleep. No, let me make sure I go over the details. Between 1 a.m. and 12 afternoon, that's when the children was in the car. Now, I know someone who works within the casino, and I've already asked them, do y'all have security footage that covers the parking lot? She said yes. Okay, cool. So that lets me know as more details come out, we're either going to see her go into or not go into the casino. I'm only under the assumption that she went in. Because per her story, she said that either the van ran out of gas. You can go back and listen to her news story. Either the van ran out of gas or the battery died. Now, Ratchet.
Before you continue, hold on. So what you're saying is it's possible that she was actually going in there to gamble and not looking for shelter.
I'm sorry, your sound cut out. Could you say that again, please?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, your sound had cut out. Say it again, please.
Are you saying that it's possible that she went in there to gamble and not looking for shelter?
Correct.
Okay, continue.
All right. So now, mind you, I need to make sure I put everyone in the car that's in the car. It's her 3 children by him, the one child by another man. It's her sibling and her mother. So that's all the people that's in the car. Mind you, it's bad. I'll just leave it at that for right now.
Okay.
All right. So now we gotta tackle a few points. The first point is she said that she called everyone for help. Now I
Can you
used
can
to
you hear
work at
me? Can you hear me better now?
yeah.
Okay. My bad.
All right.
They were saying I was low in the chat. I'm trying to turn my volume up. So I
You
forgot
good? Is my game good?
when I share my screen, my volume gets lower. All right.
All
Are
right.
we good now, y'all? Can y'all hear me better now? All right. Let's go.
All right. So just to give you a little bit of backstory. I used to work for Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. I worked there for about 10 years. I know how everything goes and moves when it comes to dealing with and servicing the homeless here in Detroit. In Detroit, we have 3 primary shelters that deal with women, which is Genesis 1, 2, and 3. Then you also have COTS, that's a family shelter. Then you also have CAS Community Services. And you have a slew of other little small time shelters that really help out parents with children. I mean, single homeless parents with children. The problem with this story is that she said that she called everybody. Now, if you go to Google and you type in CAM Homeless Services, that is a number that you have to call. You cannot just get into any shelter without calling that number unless they direct you to a walk-in shelter. For this girl specifically, at 1 a.m., there's no way she would have got in contact with anyone who was able to help her. So she had to call them prior to the time that the services went down or the hotline shut down. So the problem with Detroit, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, Detroit is in bad shape. And there's a reason why a lot of things are being protected. And I think in one of your news clippers, you showed that she was sitting down talking to the news, and there was a girl sitting next to her. That's her cousin, and they in her cousin's house. And that's very important. I want you to remember that
Okay.
because there's another video as well. There's a video with this lady named Tamara Smith. Tamara Smith is supposedly her person of contact when it comes to contacting her about this situation. But what they didn't tell you was is that Tamara Smith is a commissioner for the Detroit Police. I want you to remember that. That's a very important detail. Now, let's get to the night where all of this went down. When apparently she gave 2 stories. Either the van ran out of gas or the battery died. Now, I don't know how much experience you have with cars, but they was driving to town and country. If you running your car and idle, is there a possibility that the battery can die?
No.
If the alternator goes bad, the battery will die.
Correct.
Or if you run out of gas, the car will shut off. Or even worse, because on that night, which is the 10th, we was about negative 10 degrees at night. Now you got the smallest babies, which is 2 and 9 that passed, and you also have the older child, which is by him and her, and then you have the other child, which is by another man. The problem with this theory is that if the car shut off and that these children died from hypothermia, everyone would be sick. That's why the hypothermia thing that they putting out in the news is bullshit. And from the contact that I have that's working very close to this is why they're investigating, and this is why she was detained for a small period of time because they have to treat it as a homicide. See, the thing about this story is Detroit is in trouble, and they don't want to mess up because they already did. This girl's been homeless between November and now with no callback from CAM services. This girl should have been off the street with her and her children. The problem is that she had her mother and her sibling in the car with her as well. Now, let's get back to the story that they saying that happened. Apparently she woke up and tried to call a friend, which in turn is her godmother. I'll put that out there because that hasn't been put out there in the news yet. It was her godmother that she called to come give the car a boost. This is when they discovered that the first child was dead. When that godmother got there to the site at Greektown Casino, the mother, Tatiana, and the first child went to the hospital. The mother, the sibling, and the rest of the kids stayed behind in the car. As they was at the hospital, the mother then called Tatiana and said, "You need to come back for this other baby." So they come back for the other baby. And the police at Children's Hospital, the nurses at Children's Hospital is the one that called police 911. And they are the ones that got in contact with the hospital. I'm sorry, with paramedics. Tatiana never called 911. So they go back to the car and then they transport the other child. The reason that this is being investigated is when you first left with that first child, you should have left with all the children instead of just the one. Because now you have some time that has elapsed with the second child being dead in the back seat. And also the mother of Tatiana claims that she didn't know. Also remember all of these facts. Now let's go back just a little bit more. After I spoke to Dominique, I spoke to Chris, and then while I was on my live stream the other day, because quite a few of his family members showed up, and then the baby that Darnell's girlfriend showed up in the chat. That's a very important person to remember, because why? We always talk about the bitter syndrome when it comes to dealing with single mothers. Darnell's current girlfriend right now has a master's degree. She lives 30 minutes away from Detroit. She and Darnell have been dating for a little while. Not too long, but a little while. The premise of, I want you to get your kids, was laid out. She has been saying that I reached out to him. She did reach out to him. He was able to FaceTime his children. But the biggest problem was, you can't see your kids. Excuse my language to all your listeners. You can't see your kids unless you get rid of that bitch. That was the premise. Excuse me a second. I'm getting a phone call.
So she was over there not allowing him to see the kids.
The girlfriend?
Yes.
No, the girlfriend
no,
was
the baby daddy. No. You mean
Tatiana?
Tatiana, yeah, my bad. Tatiana.
Tatiana would not let him see the kids as long as he was with Danielle. That's the girlfriend's name, Danielle. Now, that plays a key role because January 10th on Danielle's social media page, she posted pictures of her and Darnell out. She was sending text messages like, "Why the fuck you out with that fat bitch? Da, 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 da. Your kids."
So she was on some jealous shit.
There you go. So, and I wouldn't be saying all of this if it wasn't shown to me. So, back to the day where all of this happened. They went to the hospital. The police shows up, and of course, you know, there's going to be questions. She was detained, not arrested. She was detained. And then that's where this whole thing kicked off. Now, let me ask you a question. Where do you think the other two living children are?
Not with her, I would assume.
They're not with her, and they're also not with her family. Remember, I said she has 4 children, 3 by him, 1 not by him. The one child that's by him and the other child that's not by him, they are both with his family, not with her family. Remember how I told you her family didn't fuck with her?
Yes.
Also, that GoFundMe, this is why I said I played a part in getting that GoFundMe shut down. The other day when I was on my live stream, and by the way, that super chat that you got earlier, we ain't beefing, you just mad, that's my wife. She was on the podcast with me.
Salute to her as well.
I'm sorry?
No, I said salute to her as well.
I appreciate it. So me and her was on the show, and we was discussing back and forth about this whole entire thing. She said, wait a minute, how is it that they collecting a GoFundMe and there's an investigation going on, a potential homicide investigation going on? I said, yeah, absolutely, you're right. They can't collect money during an investigation, especially not for homicide. The next day, that GoFundMe was shut down, or frozen rather. I'm not saying that I'm responsible, but played a part, because I know that people from her side of the family was listening. Now, not too long ago, there was a message that came out from another content creator. He said he had an inside source to where the cousin, Genavia, that's how I'm pronouncing her name, and Tatiana got into it. Tatiana is not at her cousin's house. That interview that she gave with the green background in the back, that's at her cousin's house. But there was another video that came out with the lady Tamara. Remember, I said she's the commissioner of District 1 police force. Or I'm sorry, she works with the police chief. She's working with her, and she's with her at a program which I believe is under police protection, because they know they fucked up in this investigation. They should have helped that girl out. The biggest thing about this whole entire problem is that a lot of people are saying that, oh, the father is the only one that need to be taken down. No, both of them is wrong. And I'll just say it clearly. She's wrong because as the custodial parent, it is your responsibility to ensure that your children are taken care of, for the safety and the well-being and nurturing It's all facilitated by you, the parent. And he's also wrong because he didn't do absolutely everything that was needed to be done to make sure that those children needed to be where they were. Now, there was an opportunity for all of this to be resolved. The cousin, the sister, Dominique, she offered her. This is like this would be the 5th time that she would have lived with her. She offered her for her and the children to come stay at her house again. The problem was Tatiana's stance was, if you're not going to accept my mom and my sibling, we not coming. Okay, well, I've accepted y'all before, but y'all behavior and y'all antics, y'all lifestyle that y'all living, I can't accept that because I have my children here too. So I can accept the kids. I just can't accept your mama and your sibling. Well, if you're not taking all of us, you ain't getting none of us. What you want me to do? I can't beat it out of you. And then not only her, there was the family member Rob. There was the family member Chris. There was the family, I believe his name is Matthew. Yeah. So quite a few of his family members came up to my podcast, and that's where I'm getting a lot of this information from. But now I go back to reaching out to her family. And when I reached out to her family, the response I got back was, we don't fuck with her. Until that GoFund money hit, it got up to $50,000. And that's when her family started fucking with her. But now they done fell out, and the cousin to shut down the GoFundMe, and now they all fucked up. So, you got any questions?
So, and the grandmother was also in that car, correct?
Yes, the grandmother was also in the car.
Supposed to be in the car.
No, she was in the car.
No, what I mean is, when I say supposed to be, is because they might not have even been in the car with the kids.
I got you.
So, have they obtained footage from the casino yet?
The police has the footage. That's all I can say about that.
And it's under investigation, I would assume.
It's under investigation, and the bodies of the children are being investigated as well. I'm gonna say this very carefully. I reached out to someone who has a close contact in that area, and the information I was given was, this is deeper than what you think it is, because those children didn't die from hypothermia. It would more than likely be carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide. Yeah.
There it is. But then the problem with that would be is everybody should be dead. So that's where the gas theory goes out the window. Now, the cold theory, as far as hypothermia goes, that's understandable because it's 2 of the youngest children. The problem is everyone else in that car should be sick.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
They were never in the car.
Come on now. Thank you for following along.
I got you.
Let's also go with this. Remember, she said, my kids never needed for nothing. They always had food. They always had clothes. I was waking up. Shit. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. Refuse to lose says no, the weight of the body matter. So I'll tell you this. This will come out eventually. Those children were malnourished, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. So she said that the kids always had clothes, they always had food, they had tablets, and they had phones and all this, that, and the other. This is where the problem with Tatiana comes in. If you was that destitute, how come you didn't pawn none of that shit? Now, where she was at Greektown Casino, she could have came out, hit Gratiot, went right to Zeidman's. If anyone wants to fact check this, you can just Google it. Look up Zeidman's in Detroit. It's right there on Gratiot. She could have went to that pawn shop, or she could have went to Detroit Motor City Pawn, which is right there in Hamtramck. Either way, everything that would have helped her out that night, she was within 10 minutes driving distance of. But there was something that happened 2 days prior to this. 2 days prior to this, Darnell was on FaceTime with his 2 children. When he was on FaceTime with his 2 children, he asked, how y'all doing? Don't tell them. Okay. This was recorded? No, it wasn't recorded. Well, how can I believe it? Well, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Because Darnell, you seen how he was, right?
Yes. No emotion.
This is why I told him I can't believe what he's saying, but I'm going to take it into account. That you said that you talked to your children 2 days prior before they died. And now 2 days later, next thing you know, you got a camera in your face and a white man asking you questions. Now, here's the other part that doesn't make sense to me. They was easily able to find Darnell. Where's the other father of the other baby? And why is it that that baby, who is not that family's, nor his DNA, Why is it that that baby and his leftover, his last baby, is at the grandmother's house? So just in case they listening, just in case anyone's listening that's close to this family, I know more than you think I know. And I know that you got a house on the east side. I'm just not gonna say your address because I'm from the east side. But any other questions you got, good sir?
So, do you feel like charges will be coming for the people that were supposed to be in that car with those kids?
Okay, so here's where it gets nifty. There's a reason why Tamara Liberty Smith is very close to that girl. Because if they put charges on her, the city would have to admit to neglect. No, did I say that correctly? Yes. If they put charges on her, the city will have to admit to neglect because now the city has to answer. Why is it that a homeless mother of four with her mother and her sibling, all in a town and country, has been homeless since November and no one has reached back out to her? Now, a representative for, I believe it's Cam, he was on the news and he gave reports stating that unfortunately she did call in November. It's just that no one got back out to her. Yeah. This whole situation is bad because the ball was dropped on the mother's side, the ball was dropped on the father's side, the ball was dropped on the families, both families side, and both family was up in my chat and on my panel the other day saying that they take some responsibility. They feel some type of way about this because if anything, they should have just taken the kids from her because maybe the children will still be alive. But the biggest ball that was dropped is by the city of Detroit. The city of Detroit cannot explain why this mother has been denied services for over 4 months.
But
Yes, sir.
she had options though.
She definitely had options. The first option that she had is she's already lived with multiple family members on his side of the family, and I will not stop making inference on that point. On his side of the family, she had multiple sources of help. She could have dropped the kids off, which they have offered. She could have moved the kids in and just accepted the fact that her mother, and her sibling needed to find somewhere else to go if they wasn't going to allow her back in, but it's going to take the kids. She could have just drove out to the baby daddy's, well, Darnell's girlfriend house because she knew where they lived at. She could have drove out there and dropped the kids off because the girlfriend was more than willing to take the kids. She just wanted his help. See, the thing about help is, especially with people who have a choice in this, they choose how they want to be helped rather than accept the help that's offered to them. She didn't want that boy just to get she didn't want Darnell just to get the kids. She wanted Darnell back. And that was the problem. Her bitterness played a factor in the result of her children being dead. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's a fact. That's just an opinion.
And have you spoke to her?
I cannot speak to her. So I can send you a screenshot I sent because the other day, I'll link you the video. The other day, there was a video posted in Crime in the D313 where a PSA was done by this Tamara Smith. Matter of fact, I'll just send you the video right quick. You can play it after we here. I'll get you the link. You can play it after we get off if you want to. Instagram. All right. I just sent you the link to the video.
Okay.
All right. So in this video that was sent by in Crime in the D313, Tamara Liberty Smith, and the girl Tatiana is in protective custody. Well, she got her in protective custody. And in this video, she say, if you want to get in touch with me, or if you want to get in contact with me about this story, then you can do so by sending a message to Tamara. So that's exactly what I did. I sent a message to Tamara on Instagram and on Facebook. Haven't gotten a hit back yet. Oh, wait. There's some other details I'm leaving out. I apologize.
Go ahead.
When this all first kicked off, there was by me and my wife's count so far, there was 5 GoFundMe's created. One GoFundMe was created by Darnell. That GoFundMe, I believe, got up to like $420. And when I find a link to that GoFundMe, I'll send it to you. That GoFundMe was specifically for the burial of the children. But then something else came out. After that GoFundMe, there it is. Yeah, there it is. So I just sent you the screenshot to the GoFundMe that was created by him. That GoFundMe got up to $450. A whole bunch of people, and I'm being very careful because I don't know the base of your audience, so I'm being very respectful here. But a whole bunch of people all over social media specifically report bombed his GoFundMe. But even when they did that, the McFall Brothers Funeral Home, and I can tell you, the McFall Brothers Funeral Home, I'm extremely close to that funeral home, and I cannot tell you why because I want to keep that source protected. But I'm extremely close to the McFall Brothers Funeral Home. The McFall Brothers Funeral Home put out a statement over the news. They stated that they would pay for the funeral of the babies. When this statement was put out, and I just sent you a screenshot of that as well. When this statement was put out, Darnell, shut down the GoFundMe. Of course, they celebrated all over social media. Oh, we got him to shut it down. We reported it. Cool. But then there's this. Have you seen the GoFundMe for her?
No.
Okay. Here's the GoFundMe for her. And you can open this on your stream when you get a chance. There's the GoFundMe for her. The GoFundMe for her got up to $51,235 raised. And of course, just like I said, it has since then, since my live stream the other day, it has been shut down by the cousin. The reason that these two are polarizing is because his GoFundMe specifically was for the burial of the children. The McFall Brothers Funeral Home came out and stated that they will be paying for the funeral of the babies. Tamara Smith, I got to find that screenshot and send it to you. Tamara Smith put out a statement on Facebook and said that they do not approve of any GoFundMe for the burial of the baby. But if you read through the details of her GoFundMe, it states, a mother lost 2 children asking for help and being turned away. Now, everyone will judge and say what they would have done, but let me start by asking y'all to respect my cousin and the fact that she just lost not 1 but 2 children. You cannot prepare for the shit like this. So before you judge, pray for her strength. Pray for her and her strength. Then look in the mirror because she ain't do nothing anyone else would have not done. She loved protecting and did all she could for her babies to keep safe on her own. This whole entire GoFundMe is about her. This money was about her. The problem was it was supposed to be organized for her. The GoFundMe was in the cousin's name. And also, they was going to try to use this during a police investigation. Do you see how all this is now making sense?
Yes.
You're not supposed to be collecting money. You're not supposed to be crowdfunding money for a person during a police investigation, especially someone that's up under the laurels of negligent homicide. Can't do that. There it is. Thank you, wife. I got the best wife in the world. Let me save this image and I'll send it to you right quick. All right. So now here comes the image from Tamara Smith. There it is. You're going to have to zoom this in as well. There's a screenshot. In this screenshot, it says Tamara Liberty Smith, DD, she's with me and aware that all GoFundMes were asked to be taken down. The problem with this GoFundMe was this all happened on the 10th. No. Yeah, the 10th or the 13th. I can't remember the exact days at the moment. His GoFundMe went up the same day or the day after. Her GoFundMe went up after all of this. So it was supposed to be taken out because people was in her chat notifying her that the GoFundMe was still up. It was told to the family to take it down. It's up still, unfortunately, if you're looking at the screenshots that I just sent you. So it's a lot of pandering going on. It's a lot of grifting going on. A lot of people would believe that this money was just a little quick scapegoat set up by the cousin to benefit off the death of her 2 nieces or cousins, baby cousins. So it's pretty ugly. And unfortunately, this is just a bad look all over Detroit. Now, I know you're about to get ready to cover the story out there in Pontiac. That story is ugly as well, which also shines light on a bigger picture of Michigan. What is these people going through to where Michigan is not servicing its people It's civilians, to where these people are actually being helped. And that's the bigger picture in all of this.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. It's bad. And when I first started talking about this story, a lot of people was, they had their naysayers, but the more I talk about the logistics of Detroit and how it is that she was within a 10-minute drive range of all of this, and how it is that I can break all of this down easily. And hell, if I need to, I will jump in the car and fire up a live stream and go down to Greektown Casino, and I will speed my way over to Children's Hospital. I know my way around, and I know the people involved. As a matter of fact, I have mutual friends on social media from his side of the family and her side of the family. This is how I was able to quickly put all this together and gather this information. And it's going to get ugly, because when it comes out that those two children died negligently because of her doing, then you have to ask the question, if it was her fault or her responsibility that these children died because of negligence, who all else played a part? Because her family didn't do anything. His family tried to do everything. He, unfortunately, and I said this to him directly, you're a piece of shit. You should have stepped up. There's no excuse for that. Truth of the matter is, this was a case of you're not getting your kids unless you be with me, unfortunately. Her addictions, I'm just reading your chat. I see some questions in your chat. Her addictions, she never had pills is considered drugs, but she had a pill addiction.
Well, I guess that we could only just wait for the autopsy report to see what they determine the death, and if it's determined anything other than hypothermia, I would just only assume that she's gonna go to jail along with the rest of the people who neglected those kids in that car.
Correct.
Because I do believe that they went in that casino and gambled. Because I mean, let's just be honest with each other. Out there in Detroit, just like you said, they were a 10-minute drive away from a lot of shit. I would just like to think there were way more options for you to, if you were going to park somewhere, a casino parking lot just sounds a little iffy.
Well, that's because, all right, so I'm just putting myself in her shoes for a second. She could have went there and possibly tried to ask someone for help or gas money, anything like that. But even that sounds stupid, because you drove up to the 9th floor of the casino. You had other options. You could have went to Cots, which is right up Woodward, come back 2 streets from Martin Luther King, make a left on Stimson, and then you right there at Cots. You had you could have drove and you could have went into the hospital. You could have went to the police station. Hell, you could have went to the police station right there on West Grand Boulevard in ITN, which is Southfield. You could have went to that police station. Hell, you could have, all of y'all could have went to the hospital at, like I said, I used to work in the homeless shelter, Detroit Rescue Mission, 3535 3rd Street, right there on Martin Luther King, which is down the street from Children's Hospital, DMC, Hutzel, all of that. She could have went to the hospital and just said, listen, me and my kids cannot be in the car. Can we just sleep in the lobby? They would have told her yes. This is why none of this makes sense. And then on top of that, the biggest thing is literally around the corner from where her residence is on the east side, where her mailing address is on the east side, is his family. But you chose not to go to his family. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of inside information. Recently, they went to the funeral home. Remember the McFall Brothers funeral home is on the west side. They went to the funeral home, and they all met up there so they can sit down and discuss the plans for the services for the 2 babies. Could you imagine what that conversation was like, good brother Ratchet?
Say it again.
Could you imagine what that conversation was like?
I could only imagine.
Oh, well, how come you just didn't let us know you need? Oh, because you got to remember, in the GoFundMe and her GoFundMe, even her own family stated, we didn't know that she was homeless. His family stated, we didn't know she was homeless, which I call bullshit. But, I expressed that to them openly, and they accepted that, because as a father, I'm involved with my kids every day. I know where my kids at. So I don't accept that. But fine, for the sake of the story, let's accept it. What she said in the funeral home was, well, how come you didn't just reach out for help? Because y'all motherfuckers didn't come to a birthday party. A birthday party. A birthday party is the reason why she did not turn over her children to them or come to them and ask them for help. Now, when I was talking to her, one of the family members by the name of Rob, he said, I've been babysitting her other son for quite some time. Dominique has told me that through nonprofit organizations, they have gotten clothing, services, food for them children, and everything else. But here's the other kicker, what puts Detroit in trouble. Those kids have not been to school since November. So you mean to tell me none of the teaching staff, which is supposed to be mandated reporters, none of the school staff reported that this girl and these kids was missing? Do you see how ugly this gets?
Yeah,
This
because
puts
they should have
Detroit.
had truancy at the least.
There you go. See, you on top of it. This is why that situation out in Pontiac is ugly as well. Those children have been stuck in that house for 4 years and no truancy officer came to knock on the door. Something about this ain't right. Michigan is in trouble.
I agree. Michigan should be in trouble because if you've been watching the Naziyah Harris situation and you see CPS should have got involved with that, there's a lot of, I've even called CPS out there on some situations in Detroit. They won't do anything. The city will not help anybody. They won't step in. The police out there don't want to do nothing. And I think Detroit is in serious, serious trouble. And all this stuff that's going on in Detroit is only highlighting the problems and the problematic environment that's going on out there in the city of Detroit.
Absolutely correct. Now, did you hear about that? There's another story coming out. I can't remember the girl's name, but in the news story, she was in a gray shirt and a black bonnet. She's also going through situations. She's from Detroit as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, either Detroit or Cleveland. But it's a lot going on. It really is a lot going on. And people are not putting their children as their first priority. They're putting themselves. And the reason I bring that up, because I know you're about to cover the story with the girl in Pontiac. I already found her OnlyFans page. I found both her Facebook pages. I've been in contact with people who know her directly. This girl chose to leave those children there and go pursue a career and being I'll say this respectfully, a showgirl.
That's crazy.
And I got the pictures.
Oh, yeah. So we definitely going to, I'm going to have to tap in with you. It's like you kind of connected out there.
I'm extremely connected. And a lot of the reason I didn't want to cover this story is because how extremely closely connected to both these stories is because of the mutual friends and family I have with these people. That's one reason why I didn't want to cover it. The second reason why I didn't want to cover it is because I knew in the space that I'm in, the space that me and my wife is in, if we get out here and we make a story talking about how negligent a mother was, especially a black mother, we would be ridiculed and criticized. Oh, y'all women bashing, because that's the first thing that some of the detractors came up on the show and said. Oh, y'all just up here to bash women. No, we're just up here to speak about the facts and point out the nuances that this girl chose her bitterness of not being able to be with her baby daddy over her children's priority. That you could have, just like that girl, Amora Lex, 9 months ago, the one that Jaguar White cut into, she chose to drop her children off at CPS when she knew that she couldn't handle it anymore. This girl could have did that. She could have dropped them off at CPS, or she could have dropped them off on she could have dropped them off at the family's house, because she's been doing that with his side of the family for quite some time. Like I said, this is plus 7 times that they've been homeless. And then now I'm finding news stories. There's other news stories where she was in an accident due to drunken driving. So this girl has a history of not being responsible. So now this brings into question the family court system here in Detroit, Michigan. Why is it that this girl has a slew of irresponsibilities documented, but she's given her children? Now, the only reason I can say that is because the father just now recently got a job. And also his girlfriend has a master's degree. So he's fit. And plus he lives with her. He's about 30 minutes away in Novi. He's fit to take those children in. Unfortunately, she isn't, but she was given custodial. But again, that's his fault, because most men are afraid to go into the family court or any court system and fight for their rights for their children. And that's just the honest to God truth. And I don't say that to be disparaging, but it's just the truth. So me and my wife talked about it, and we said, you know what? We should do the show. Regardless of how we are criticized or crucified, whatever, the truth needs to be talked about. And I welcomed and I'm thankful for his family for pulling up. Now, to her family, I've offered them on multiple occasions and time to pull up themselves and talk. But you know how I go. Unless there's money involved, we don't want to talk. And that's the disgusting part. You have 2 dead children and you don't want to talk to nobody to clear out your side unless there's money involved. No problem. I don't need to talk to you then.
Exactly. It's a damn shame, man.
Yeah, it is.
But hey, man, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate all the information. So do me a favor, let everybody know how to reach you, man. How to, I'm saying, what you got going on with, like, where's your platform at?
My platform is here on YouTube primarily. Me and my wife, we both do live streams. Is it okay if I drop our link in your chat?
Yeah, you'll have to probably, I don't know if you'll be able to. My mods will probably have to do it. You probably just give us the name or just send it to me and I'll drop the link.
Okay, I'll drop the link to both our channels because we both kind of do investigative reporting and we also do a whole bunch of other crazy fun shit. Sometimes we cover things in other sectors. I won't say those sectors names over here because it's kind of drama filled, but this particular story and others that will be coming out very soon, such as that screenshot that I sent you about Jarvis Butts, his family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be covering more of that. And we're going to stay on top of this thing regardless of how the people feel about it. We just need to get the truth out there, and we need to have a polarizing perspective to where it's not biased. And I think that's what makes this whole entire thing important and special, because we don't have to sit back and say it's all the mother's fault or it's all the father's fault. We can be honest as people in our community and of this nation and honestly say both of these parents was wrong, and the end result is the death of these 2 children. So now what do we do?
Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother.
Not a problem at all. Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate you, and God bless you, G.
All right, salute, man. Thank you.
Take it easy.
All right, you too. All right, salute to him, y'all. All right. Let's see. Let me go here. All right, give me a second. Hey, y'all can still hear me? We good? Are we good? Are we good? Hold up. All right. So can y'all still hear me? Are we good? Or do I need to fix my audio? Salute to we ain't beefing, you just mad. Says the kids are the message. They are all that matters. Mothers have to protect their kids no matter what. No excuses. This is shameful. All right, let's continue. Let's continue on this path of greatness that we on. Hey, that was some good information that we got. I told you, every single time we cover a story, the people pull right up. Let's continue.
I was strolling on social media today and I came.
So now we do know. Now we know that this mother neglected her kids. Y'all took it. See, I ain't got to worry. Y'all don't got to worry about somebody airing this bitch out for neglecting her kids. Let me do it. Don't even worry about it. Let me take this. Let me go on and tell this bitch. I know y'all went in that motherfucker and gambled. Y'all was in that damn casino gambling y'all lives away while you homeless. How the hell you gambling and you ain't got no motherfucking place to live? You want to gamble money? You should have been paying for a motherfucking hotel. You could have been paying somebody. Hey, can I stay at your crib? I got a couple dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I got some food stamps. I got this. I got that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't do much, but hey, I give you some food stamps. My kids, that we stay eating, like you said, they always eating all day and night. So it sounds like you got some food stamps or something. You could have been taking them food stamps and saying, hey, look, bro, I might not have much money. Look, I just need a couch to sleep on. Can I sleep in your garage? Can I do something? You got a spare room. I sleep on the floor. As long as my kids got a hot bath and a warm blanket to sleep in, man, can we just please crash on your couch for a couple weeks? I got a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? You out there trying to gamble. Yeah, that's why the fuck these theories are not working. Oh, I just fell asleep. Oh, I didn't freeze to death, or I didn't get hypothermia. I didn't get carbon monoxide. You know why? Because your bitch ass was in that damn casino gambling. That's why. Y'all was in that casino gambling. You neglected them kids, and either they died from carbon monoxide, which that's probably what it was. You probably left the car on or whatever, and they died from carbon monoxide poisoning. And if that autopsy report comes back and says that, your ass is going to jail. If that autopsy report says anything other than hypothermia, your ass is going to jail. You are going to jail. So, case in point, y'all was in there gambling. Let's continue.
I was strolling on social media today and I came across a story that was very, very heartbreaking.
Pill popping bitch. Go pop some fucking pills. You over there, you a pill popping animal. You out there popping pill after pill after pill while you got these damn kids. How you got money for pills? How you got money for pills? Take your ass to rehab. Really take your ass to jail so you can rehabilitate. That's what you need to do.
3 children, ages 12, 13, 15, were found living alone. Their mother abandoned.
Oh, no. That's the one I want to. I got that one later. My bad. That's one for later. My fault. That's one for later. See, y'all got me so pissed off. I lost track. Let's get back to the minivan. My bad. I'm going to cover that story later. My bad. We going to cover the... See, all these bitches don't need kids, man. Y'all leaving your kids to go be OnlyFans models. You leaving your kids to go pop pills in the casino and gamble money you ain't even got. Oh, I just was... Oh, that's why your ass wasn't crying on the news, because you knew you was probably high as hell. And then the grandma... Take her ass to jail too. She over there lying. I was asleep in the car. I must have just dozed. I'm usually up at these hours. Shut the hell up. You was in there gambling too.
I don't know. We've been talking about the 2 kids in the minivan in Detroit. Okay. Well, just to let y'all know, I have new information, and none of us don't know what the hell we were talking about. But we were going off what the news was telling us. Okay, about the children, freezing. Baby, what a mama has done another interview. And I want to let y'all hear what she said out of her own mouth, okay? Now, I'm going to play the video. And I should have had this video ready, huh? Okay, here we go.
They said it was carbon monoxide.
Listen.
Or I don't know what it is. There's so many stories going around. I haven't even got the right story for my own kids.
I'm just going to be quiet.
But one thing I do know.
Listen.
Is they could never be cold in their car. Because I keep gas in their car. I do what I got to do to keep them kids with heat.
Lord Jesus.
So it's not hypothermia. My kids could have never froze to death.
But anyway, she comes back and she says she called everybody. She don't know what's going on herself. So at this point, all we could do is just wait to see what they're going to say and what happened. The lady did not run out of gas. She said she kept gas in her car. Now, what happened to the children? I don't know. Still praying for her and the rest of her children. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed. J-Lo.
You see how you do interviews and clout chase your way into telling the truth? They saying it was carbon monoxide. It wasn't hypothermia. Of course it wasn't, because you left that car on so your kids could stay warm while you was gambling in the casino with your family. This is clear as day. Do y'all think that I'm wrong for saying this, or am I right on the damn money? Am I wrong for saying this, or am I right on the money? And that gentleman, thank you so much for pulling up and exposing these goofy ass people. Now I was gonna cover this shit with grace. I was just going to, just look into the situation. Oh, now I'm on this shit full-fledged. Your ass is going to jail. You are going to jail. If it was, how can 2 children die of carbon monoxide poisoning and the rest of the people in the car walk away with nothing? All of y'all would be up out of here if it was carbon monoxide. You do realize that, right? Nobody would have made it up out that car. All of y'all would have been unalived if that was the case. Man, those poor children deserve better parents than you 2 pieces of shit. That's all I'm going to say. Those 2 poor children deserve better parents than you 2 pieces of shit. Your sorry ass baby daddy and your jealous ass. Oh, he out there, he living with other women. You could tell she was jealous. Listen to the interview. He was too busy living with other women and they didn't want kids around. No, you too busy worried about what the hell he doing, and he too busy not worrying about his kids. Fuck both of y'all. Let me just be real. Fuck both of y'all. You didn't deserve them damn kids. Them kids deserve better parents. Let's continue, man. I'm pissed off now.
So y'all really think that mother in Detroit, who was sleeping in the van alongside her children, purposely meant for her 2 children to freeze to death? I'm gonna need y'all to use y'all thinking caps. The city came on the news in defense of this young lady, saying she had looked into services, had called, tried to get on wait list.
First of all Detroit do is fucking lie. Anybody who believe anything that come out of any city official in Detroit don't know shit. Big wig ass.
The child's father, in his own words, said she called to try to get him to get the kids. There have been numerous people who know this family, including the football coach, that said, yes, she had the kids involved in activities. Yes, she had, she was taking them to school every day. She was in the van with the kids. Y'all really think her intention was to freeze her children to death? She's in a shelter right now. And people are still judging her. They're like, she should have did this, she should have did that, she should have... Besides steal a fucking house, what was that lady expected to do?
Lady, I will cuss you the fuck out the way I'm feeling right now. I will just go completely left. I'm going to let you cook, though.
I'll wait.
No, I'll wait for you to make a point.
We are all pretty much in this economy 1 to 2 emergencies away from utter disaster. I lost my car last year and it put me in financial ruin. I had no way to get to work. I had to keep getting rentals. I had almost, because I was getting rentals and my income was not matching the price, and Detroit is not a city full of buses. The metro area is not a city full of buses. So I had to get a rental. And so I'm paying for a rental what my rent is.
You taking up for a crackhead who abandoned her kids to go gamble in a casino while being homeless. You do realize that, right? And the bitch had options. She had people to go to. They didn't want to put up with her antics and her pill popping shit. And they said, I don't want your damn mama and your sister here. I don't want them here. Your kids can come. That we got a comfy bed for your kids. Nope, if you don't take us all, we ain't going. Well, then go figure it out then. People was trying to help this woman out. She decided to go pop pills. She was popping pills going to casinos. Why do you think she chose a casino parking lot of all places in the world? Out of every spot in Detroit, she chose a casino parking lot. Do the math.
I'm literally almost getting evicted every month because I just can't afford to do both. Anything can happen to you, and I make good money. I'm not on welfare. I make more than $21 an hour. And I was still struggling, and I'm just now getting back to normal. We need to really have more compassion for each other. Because it ain't no way that y'all think that mother really was like, yeah, I'm just letting my kids freeze to death. She was trying to keep her family together. And baby, I got 2 kids. And I don't know nobody who want to let them come stay for a couple days. So what she was going to do with 5? So I need y'all to tone it down on her. Okay? The village failed her, and it's okay. We should know better for the next time.
No, she failed her kids. Big head ass. Girl, get your big head ass off my screen before I cuss you the fuck out. Please get off my damn screen. Because I'm finna go left on you. Let me just move the fuck past what you just said.
Did y'all see that dad get on that news station and open his mouth and say he don't even know where his children live? He ain't had no idea why she was calling him and asking him to get his kids. And now 2 of the kids are no longer here because mom was sleeping in her van with her children and she reached out for help. And he told her he couldn't get them kids because he had to go to the gym. See, I am one to hold these men accountable. I'm big on it. We need to hold these men accountable for the things that they do and say. We need to hold these deadbeats accountable for the things they do and say. We sit here and we be quiet. We sit here and we allow it and we accept the things that these men do and say. Why would you? He should have set that interview out.
No kids for me. I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
See, that's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who
And it seemed like all the women just strictly want to blame the dude. Now he's a piece of shit. Fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking up for that dude at all. That dude's a weirdo. And we can look at him and tell he wasn't in the damn gym. Like, let's be real. Your goofy ass, what? I had just pulled up to the gym. Nigga, you just got out some coochie, bro. Shut your goofy ass up. It's tax season. You was probably with a big bitch. Let's just be real. Let's continue.
So here's what I think y'all are missing with this whole situation and the Detroit mom sleeping for 12 hours, everybody in the car sleeping. They all had symptoms of hypothermia. It just so happens that those two children succumbed to it first.
Let me catch a fade with this dad. Salute Leash for the 5-piece.
Okay, look up hypothermia and what happens when you're going through it. Okay, your body temperature drops. You get drowsy. Right? You lose heat fast.
No, that was the pills. That was the pills she was on if she was drowsy.
You're confused. You even lose consciousness. So yeah, it's a possibility that everybody in that car was sleeping for 12 plus hours because they were all suffering from the symptoms and the effects of hypothermia. Just so happened, maybe all of them would have probably died if nobody hadn't woken up. So yeah, I do believe that her and that mother and all those children were in there asleep. Go look up hypothermia and what happens when you go through it instead of jumping to conclusions and just blaming this woman. Y'all don't do research. I know for a fact on here y'all don't do research, because if you go look up hypothermia and what happens when your body goes through hypothermia, yes, they were all in that car asleep.
Is this lady dropping gems or is she capping right now with that bonnet on?
For 12 plus hours. Just so happens, by the grace of God, something in her woke up and she discovered those two children dead. But it's a possibility that all of them could have died in that situation. I sympathize with that, y'all.
I sympathize with the kids, not this bitch. I'm sorry, that mama is full of shit. That mama don't deserve to have no damn kids. Let me ask y'all a question in the chat. Is anybody on the mama side in here? Do we have anybody in this room that is defending the mama? I want to wait. If you are on the mama side, drop the gems. If you think the mama is full of shit, drop the caps right now. If anybody in here is on the mama side, drop the gems. If you think the mama's full of shit, drop the caps. Let's continue.
But first, breaking news in the sibling tragedy that shook Metro Detroit after two kids died of apparent hypothermia in a casino parking garage. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
I'm Simon Shaquette. This story has devastated our area. Just moments ago, 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham talking with the mother of those two children.
Darren joining us live right now from Detroit's West Side with more from their conversation. And Darren, so many people talking about this. This is simply heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking, Carolyn. Simon. Moments ago, I did have the opportunity to speak to Tatiana Williams, who lost her 9-year-old and her 2-year-old, also in the vehicle at the time, her 4-year-old and her 8-year-old. Also, Tatiana's mother and her two siblings, a 13-year-old and a 17-year-old, also stay in that vehicle. She tells me that she has been homeless for 3 months and that she is trying to do better for herself, trying to get back on her feet. She told me she's a CNA, a medical assistant, and that she was actually about to start a new job tomorrow. And so I did speak with her, and I asked her, one of the questions I did ask her was to take me back to yesterday.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son wasn't moving. And I kept saying, Freddie, please get up. Please. Please, for me, just get up. Don't do this to me. And I tried to give him CPR because I'm a senior and a medical assistant. I've been working there since I was 17. I tried to give him CPR and I was just giving him CPR.
Okay, I'm going to pause this real quick and I'm going to ask y'all a question. Just based off of body language alone, what are you reading from her body language, guys? Can y'all tell me in the chat, what are y'all reading from the mom's body language right now? And I'm going to tell y'all I'm going to give y'all like 30 seconds and then I'm going to tell y'all what I'm reading. It says she's lying. She sound like she's not crying. They said she's capping. I thought they hadn't been to school. She's high, delayed, lying. She's lying. That was a lie. Drugs. After she got back to the car. Guilt. Coached. She's a damn lie. She's lying. She looks like she's trying to remember her story. Miss No Tears. Fake as fuck. Actress lies. I'm going to be real. You could just tell she's caught up in a lie and she's trying to conjure up tears. She's trying to think of a story on the fly. She's rehearsed this, but she's forgetting what the fuck she's supposed to say. She's just trying to think of anything to sound emotional to make herself cry and to, I just am not buying it. I think that you fucked up and I think that you should be held accountable. Now, were you trying to unalive your kids? No, I don't think you were just intentionally trying to do harm to the kids. I just think that you were not focused on your kids. I think you neglected them. I think it's just like those moms who leave their kid at home and then they go out to the club. Now, you're not necessarily trying to make things happen to your kids, but you're putting them in a fucked up position and you're being a bad mother and you're putting yourself first over your kids. And that's what I think happened here. I think you put yourself first. You wanted to, you didn't probably had nobody to watch your kids, or for whatever reason you were doing what you were doing. You just decided, I'm going to go in here for a little bit and then I'm going to be back. Just like when you go leave your kids in the car and something go wrong and you was in the store and I was just going to the store. No. Your kids should have been with you. Something happened because you neglected to take your kids where you was at. And that's what happened here, in my opinion.
I just kept saying, Fetty, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please. I saw the green and brown stuff come out his mouth. I instantly rushed him to the hospital. I was yelling out the window, stop. We got to get through traffic. My baby, he's dying. We get to the hospital. I told valet, can you go get some help? He took too long, so I got out the car to get help. They came to the car, instantly grabbed my baby on his head, get a stretch. He's not breathing. Help. Cold blue. Everybody tried. I didn't even know my 2-year-old was dying. I was in it with my 9-year-old. And they brought her in right after they pronounced him dead. And my mama came to me, she said, Yaya. That's what we call her, but her name is Amelia. We just call her Yaya. And they said she wasn't breathing. And they pronounced her dead too. I asked everybody for help. I called out of state. I called cities I didn't know. I called cities people asked me to call. I even asked Detroit. I've been on cam list for the longest. Everybody now wants to help.
Somebody said, she said cold blue. Who the fuck says that?
I lost 2 kids. I've been asked for help. I feel like it wasn't their time. I did everything I was supposed to do. They had everything. Everything they wanted. Only thing they didn't have was a house. But from electronics to clothes, anything they asked me for, my kids didn't even get whooped. I lost the one who made me a mother. I lost a 2-year-old. It hurt losing 2 kids in one night. You know, I don't wish this on nobody. And if you can get help, please go get help. Because I don't want nobody else to go through what I'm feeling. Just wherever you can get help from, if it's not from the city, the state, no other city or state, just go. Like, you don't have to suffer.
It's very, very, very heartbreaking. The new McFall Brothers Funeral Home is covering the children's burial plans and funeral expenses. Williams, 29, she's 29 years old. She is also receiving help from Detroit Power Detroit, that organization. That's the building that we're actually standing outside of here, where we spoke to her not long ago. And so anyone who is interested in helping her family will be sure to get that information on our website, WXYZ.com. And 7 News Detroit will have more from Williams on later versions of 7 News Detroit. Live on the west side, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
Darren, our hearts just go out to that family. So much pain there. It's so difficult to watch her go through that and to explain what she's been through and to still find a way to share that message for others. But our thoughts and prayers are with that family now. Carolyn?
I don't know, man. Cold blue and all. I'm not buying it, though. I'm not buying it. Let's continue. I'm not buying it.
I think the thing that's really got me about What happened to those two children in Detroit is the fact that they was in a casino parking lot where it's so much money being thrown away, where somebody should have been able to help her get gas or tow that car, something. I just feel like something else could have happened where those kids did not have to lose their life like that. At some point, I mean, hours, this is hours, overnight, they had, like, they wasn't crying or, you know, they wasn't asleep the whole time. I just don't, I'm so confused. I'm so lost at how these innocent babies, like, why did that happen? And then, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's something, the mom, something is, I don't know. And then the dad, like, it's so sad because men really think like that, you know, that they live with you. Why do they need to come stay with me? Not sure they could come over here or, you know, it shouldn't have been a reason why, you know, she had to explain why she needed them to stay with him. But the fact that that was his answer was just, everybody don't deserve children. Everybody don't deserve to have children. They don't.
What do y'all think about that, man? The casino parking lot, you would think if you was in a casino parking lot homeless with your children, somebody in that casino finna throw away a lot of money, right? That's a good point. You couldn't ask nobody for a couple dollars to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, look, I'm fucked up, man. My kids is in his car. It's freezing outside. Can you help? You don't think so?
I know that I said it was going to be the last video about the lady with the children in the minivan in Detroit. But I'm mad at her. And I'm not trying to kick her while she's down. Ain't nothing like mama. And let me say this before I get started. I could be right, but I may be wrong. Or I may be wrong, but I could be right. Nothing like mama. Not one child, but two children. You pulled into the casino at 1 o'clock that night. You say the car ran out of gas. Your mama was in the car with other children. And you found them at 12 o'clock that night. 12 o'clock the next day, from my understanding, right? So you either wasn't nowhere to be found or inside the casino gambling. And again, I may be wrong, okay? This is just me thinking all the way around the board. When you came back to the car, you probably got behind the wheel and you probably went to sleep thinking you didn't want to disturb them, that they were sleeping. You could have checked on them when you made it back to that vehicle. You was not in that vehicle the whole time. I had a gambling problem at one time, and I remember, and it was so bad. I lost over $10,000 gambling at the casino. I remember being at home and craving to go to the casino, getting my children off to school and sneaking, going to the casino so my husband wouldn't even know I was going. The habit was so bad, I brought him into the habit. And I said 10, it probably was way more than that. And I thank God that I gave that up. You pulled in where you know money is flowing all night. Left those children in their car, went in their casino, and time. They don't have clocks in the casino because they want you to lose track of the time. You will never see a clock in the casino. And didn't realize that time was flying and your children was out there freezing. And when you got back from doing whatever you was doing, you know, your children hadn't lost their lives. Now, a lot of people saying, oh, they got cameras and she'll be in jail by now. Detroit police could be waiting until after the funeral to make the arrest. Now, I'm not saying, I'm just saying this. I didn't hear this.
Is she dropping gems or is she lying right now, y'all? I'm going to be real. I hear some gems coming out this lady's mouth. What are y'all thinking?
You know, but this is a possibility what could have happened. Or you and your mama was taking turns and y'all end up in a casino together and left them children in that van. You pulled to the 9th floor where you could have pulled where other cars was moving and going in and out to ask somebody for gas or to take you to a gas station. Some workmen have a gas can on back of their truck. You pull somewhere so you can be comfortable to go in that casino. Her family know if she got a gambling problem or not. It's way more to this story. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is true. It's just TikTok. I'm only telling y'all what I'm feeling. And we made a video. I made a video. And I'm hoping that video, because they had a lot of mothers, you know, saying what they would have done. And I know they got other mothers sleeping in cars and vans with their children. I'm hoping they go in those comments and get those ideas, what they could have did, wash interiors, washing mechs, or whatever we call them, because people call them two different things. You know, I said the hospital. Even though she probably would have got kicked out, baby, go in there and act like you having a heart attack. I don't care. You could have, as a mother, you do what you have to do. Somebody said, sipe some gas, sell some, you know what. I still think about those children' last moments on this earth. Hugs and love, be blessed. Like I said, y'all can sit there and say, oh, y'all judging her. People will not judge you if you don't give them nothing to judge. But only one judge will count. But y'all can't stop us from sitting around talking about things that should not be happening. Okay? Children are innocent, and it is what it is. Am I praying for her? Yeah. Am I praying for the rest of her children? Yeah. And then the daddy had the nerve to go put up and ask for money. He took the GoFundMe down, from my understanding. But you had the nerve to really put one up. And it had raised over $300. But he took it back down. How dare you to even ask for anything? Thank God he took it down. Because, baby, that was not going to turn out good for you, sir, at all. But that's what I think. It's way more to the story. Way, way more. And I think a lot more going to come out. Detroit police is respecting that she lost her children. But after you bury those children and put them to rest, and God rest those children's soul, I believe a lot more will be coming out. Hugs and love. Be blessed. J-Lo.
I agree with her. I think that more is going to come out. And I got a very funny feeling that lady going to get arrested. I got a very funny feeling she's going to be arrested.
No. That woman should not go to jail for neglect. No, I disagree. And I get it. I know some people would love to say that she should be jailed for neglect. But no, I disagree, and here's why. She did her very best to say something and to get help. The person to me that needs to go to jail is that pappy of theirs. And I'm not saying he need to go to jail for life now. I'm just saying he need to go to jail for some time just because of his attitude.
So the mama don't need to go to jail for neglect, but the dad should go to jail because of his attitude. Take that damn makeup off, man. Look ridiculous, by the way. Since when can you go to jail for having an attitude?
Negative attitude in regards to his kids. He neglected his kids. He clearly was an absent parent. What he do? FaceTime them 2 times in about a span of a month or 2, I believe. I believe that's what I heard. His ass need to go to jail for neglect. But you know what? Guess what they not gonna do? They not gonna send him to jail. You know why? You know why they not gonna send him to jail? Because he was absent, okay? He's an absent, deadbeat father, alright? And, listen now. Lawyers could fight that case for him so easy. I'm just saying. What I think is this, though. I think the state needs to be sued. The state needs to be sued. That's what I think. That's my opinion. The state needs to be sued because she went and said something. And what the state needs to do is make it known to people. If she's denied because she brings home a certain amount of income, say that. But also make it known to people locations of places and shelters. Because if people don't know these things, how will they know where they need to go? And the truth is, this is just my opinion, not a fact. They don't tell people, and it's for a reason, okay? Everything is word of mouth, baby. And I'm gonna leave that there. I don't know who her caseworker is, but I think her caseworker needs to be sued. Because she went and said something. That lady should not be jailed. She's going through enough. She lost 2 of her kids. And she clearly feels remorse and regret and wishes she did more. But baby girl, listen, you did enough, okay? You did your best with the resources you had, all right? And that's it. That lady should not get arrested, okay? Period.
Shut the hell up. Your eyebrows too far apart. That makeup looks like a sideshow bob. And I always say don't put a bonnet on and go live, but in this instant, you should have been wearing one. You tacky as hell. You look dusty. Let's just move past what the hell she got to say. Let's just keep skimming past her.
My cousin made a mistake, and look how the world is judging her.
The cousin of the mother who took her 5 children and their grandmother to the 9th parking lot level of the Hollywood Casino early Monday morning. And when the gas ran out of their car, so did the heat. And 2 of her kids, a 9-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl, froze to death.
She asked for help. She asked the right people. She was scared of what the world would think of her, so she did privately the right thing. She asked the city, and what they do, they told her they couldn't help her.
And the mayor acknowledged that because of this incident, he is asking the deputy mayor, as well as the housing director, to review this situation and then come back with policies to help those who need housing.
If during the day you are in danger of homelessness, you call the hotline. It's about well-publicized 866-313-2520. But if it's after 6 o'clock at night and an incident's happened, you've been pushed out of the house, you're in an emergency situation, go to your police precinct.
Detroit is under fire right now, especially after all this shit is going on in Detroit.
What up, guys? Kelvin with West 10 TV. By now, everybody's heard about the situation out of Detroit, Michigan. Mother of 5 became homeless with her kids and started living out of a minivan due to low temperatures one night. 2 of the kids lost their lives due to hypothermia. All around sad situation. My condolences goes out to her and her family and that community. Just tragic all the way around. I do want to bring another perspective to this, and this is a message I think just for the younger generation and to people that are at that age and are having kids. If you find yourself in a situation with one kid and you're having trouble raising the kid, as far as having the means of housing, food, things like that, that may be a time that you want to take a step back, get some guidance from some of your older people in your family, mother and father, if they're in your life, and things like that, and to really think about putting a pause on continuing to put more people into your young family. because a lot of these programs are just not available anymore like they were back in the days. I mean, she went to homeless shelters, they're packed. Obviously she probably tried to get on Section 8, but that's probably a waiting list. So guys, you have to remember, when you see yourselves in these bad situations where you maybe, you had kids with someone and then they're not doing their part, they're not working or whatever it is, they don't have any dealings with the kids, you have to take a pause and to stop and think, do I need to add more on to my plate?
Thank you for the 5-piece list. Salute to you for the 5-piece. We are $11 away from 4 honey buns tonight. So look, how many, and this happens a lot. I think she knew after kid 1 this motherfucker wasn't shit, but you wanted him so bad you had many more with him, and this ain't just her. This is many. And you be thinking too much of the dude versus the kids. You knew you couldn't take care of all them damn kids, and you just kept on having them. So at what point do we have to blame the woman? Yeah, it's easy to blame the daddy. The dude ain't shit. It's clear to tell. The dude is a piece of shit, but you kept having kids by him. I think after the first kid, you knew he wasn't shit. I think after the second kid, you knew he wasn't shit. I think you know, and then I know females with 4 kids, 4 baby daddies, 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. It's like, at what point do we look at you and like, look, your choice of men that are busting in you, I'd like to think you got an issue. Your ass is crazy. I stay away from people like that. And dudes, you got 8 kids, 8 baby mamas, ladies, and you want to be the 9th. Yes, it's all y'all is crazy, and y'all deserve each other at that point.
At this time in my life, because sometimes you have to pull back, gather your thoughts, get that second job, reach out to your community, try to do what you can do to get yourself into a situation where you have a solid foundation to raise those kids somewhere warm for the kids and enough food for them to eat. Because some of these programs, I foresee, they're just going away. The community ain't the community no more. It was no way back in my days that somebody would have been homeless with 5 kids. Someone would have took them in. You know what I mean? Somebody should have stepped in and helped. But at the same time, the responsibility lies on the mother and father. And I know that might seem harsh to say these days, but it's the absolute truth. It's the mother and father's responsibility to make sure the kids have what they need. I know back in the days, people would get welfare, and the more kids you had, the more money you gave. They didn't that ain't the case no more. She probably had food stamps. They probably were eating every day. But in the same time, she didn't have shelter. And I'm not blaming her for this. But what I'm telling you is that 5 kids, no help. Where's the fathers at? What are they doing? You gotta take a time out and step back. And I'm not, who knows the whole situation and the ins and outs? I don't know. But I've seen situations like this. Single mothers putting in more and more kids to their family, but they never had it. They don't have any support from the fathers. So guys, I guess the point I want to just raise, we have to be responsible for our kids and for our actions, because the government is they're not doing what they did before. The help is not there. These programs are overwhelmed. So look at it and you start having kids like, nobody's going to help me. I'm on my own. And in my opinion, that's the way it should be. But at the same time, I hope somebody can learn from this and to look at this. Don't put too much on your plate. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because the help just might not be there. Anyway, guys, y'all stay blessed. Peace.
Yeah, that's a good point, but you stay off drugs too.
Y'all heard about that homeless mother who was sleeping outside the casino in a car with her 2 kids, and the 2 kids passed away from hypothermia? So she ended up getting interviewed by the news, right? So they was asking, what happened. She was like, man, look, I was trying to stay with people, but of course they don't want all those kids at their house. Understandable. She was saying that she was paying for hotels. They got expensive. Understandable. So they was sleeping in the car. They then asked her, what about their father? She said, well, I was texting him, asking him, like, yo, can you get your kids? And bro, he didn't get them. Why did they interview the father, right? And he said something like, he was crying and stuff. His tears dried up quick. Well, there's a difference between I'm homeless, can you get your kids, and can you get your kids? Now, mind you, yeah, there is a difference. But at the same time, bro, she said she was homeless for 3 months, bro. that means you ain't seen your kids within the last 3 months, bro.
I think that him and that lady was lying. I think the baby daddy and the baby mama are both full of shit. Unc T, Auntcle, whatever you want to go by. I'm gonna let you cook though, Unc T.
There is no excuse. I understand that things can get hard and communication can be rough between somebody that you're not with no more. But at the same time, we as a community, the whole world needs to work on handling these type of things, because that's not okay. This whole situation could have been prevented. Like he said, he was at the gym when he got the call that something was happening. Why you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start putting the kids first, bro. Those are 2 lives that could have been saved if this man was doing everything that he had to in his power to make sure that his kids was not on the streets, bro. This is a sad story, bro, but it really opens up the conversation for men can't just let women hold the burden of struggling with their kids, bro. If you got kids, help out. If your baby mama texts you and say, yo, can you get them, and you're not working or not sick, get your kids, bro. Whatever you got planned, move some stuff around, bro. Spend time with your kids and show your kids love, bro. Your baby mama shouldn't be begging nobody to pick up their kids and do nothing for them, bro. Because you never know what kind of situation they in, whether she was homeless or not. 3 months went by, bro, and you wasn't there, bro. That's not okay. Because if you was there in those 3 months, you would have seen, you would have known. You would have seen that they had a whole bunch of stuff inside that car. You would have seen how they was dressed. You would have seen the struggle on your kids in that 3 months, bro. And their lives could have been saved, bro. That's all I'm trying to say, man. For real.
Man, you need to get them. They can't stop the hustle ass dreads out your head. Oh, damn. They can't stop the hustle looking at. But if you don't get your hustle cartel looking ass the fuck off my screen. It's a weird ass on, dog. All right, let's continue, man. Let's get back to this damn show.
Hey, my good cousins, let me tell you about Tatiana. Tatiana was an unhoused woman with 4 children in the dead of winter in Detroit, Michigan. She didn't have any money, so she pulled into a casino parking lot, turned her heater on, and when her car ran out of gas, her 2 children, she had 4 children in total, 2 of her children, a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old, passed away from hypothermia. Now, we all know this is a sad set of circumstances. However, Miss Tatiana was saying she didn't have any money. Nobody would help her. She had 4 kids. It was really hard for her to find housing and family members to take her in. Now, these are Tatiana's 2 beautiful children. This is 8-year-old, I think, or 9-year-old Darnell. And this is little baby Amelia, 2 years old. These were the 2 children that unfortunately lost their lives due to hypothermia. Now, this man right here is the children's father. They finally found him, and he did an interview basically saying that Tatiana did not tell him that she was homeless. He also went on in the interview to say he was in the gym about to get on the treadmill when he got the call from Tatiana telling him that his 2 children weren't alive. This man is the most unbothered human being who has lost a child that I've ever seen in my life. He's lost 2 children, and this man looked #unbothered. Which says to me he could not stand Tatiana. He probably didn't even like his children either. He also said, guys, that he hadn't spoken to Tatiana. He said 1 or 2 months. Those were his words. How do you have children that young and you go 2 days without talking to their mother, let alone 1 to 2 months? He also, with his fresh twist out, basically went on to say that it was the mother's fault. He didn't say that verbatim, but that is what he definitely was hinting at when he said she should have called his family members for help because they live around the corner and they would have helped her. So she was living in her car. Around the corner from where? The casino parking lot where she was sleeping in the car with your children? Mr. Darnell said that she only called him to ask him to watch the children, to get the children. He said she never specifically said that she was homeless. Why would she have to say that, sir? Even if that's true, why would she have to say that? If the other parent is calling you, I don't care if it's the mom or the dad, and say, I need you to get these kids, you don't have the time to be paying 21 questions. Get your children. He turned around in his interview and also said, but I had to go to work. So, sir, did you offer to watch the kids? Or did she ask you to watch the kids and you say you had to go to work? Or was work a priority to you and your children were not? Child, when I say this man looks so unbothered, this man looked like he could care less. Like he could give a damn. That mama looked like she was stressed and pressed. I'm going to go back to her so you can see. This lady looked tired, beaten, and worn. This lady looked like she has the look of the world is on my shoulders and I don't know what to do. And it's so funny to me who men that don't adequately take care of their kids. They have so many opinions on what the mother of their children is doing wrong.
Why is everybody, and I noticed a lot of women take up for the mama and just blame the daddy?
My heart goes out to Miss Tatiana. My heart goes out to these two children that were unalive. My heart goes out to their siblings. And also, during the press conference that they did, the interview they did with her, I don't know who the lady was rubbing her on her back, but don't touch me. Because Miss Tatiana basically said she didn't have any support. She didn't have any resources. She didn't have anything. And she was just trying to do the best that she could by her kids. While the daddy at the gym.
And you believe that shit. Just like you believe the daddy was at the gym. That motherfucker was not at no damn gym. Let's continue.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school.
And we already seen that. I'm just sick of seeing her face at this point. I'm be real. I can't look at too much more of her.
I said I was going to leave it alone, but I really can't, because another thing that really bothers me about that man and his two kids freezing to death was the fact that he had made the statement, all she had to do was reach out to my relatives. Excuse me? All she had to do was reach out to your relatives. Clearly, it don't seem like she got a good relationship with you, so how the hell is she going to reach out to your relatives? Like, why didn't you reach out to your relatives? Why didn't you communicate what was going on? Why didn't you say that, hey, my baby mama, she needs some help with these 3 kids, that she's falling on hard times. Can any of you help out, give her a place to stay or something like that? You got it, hopefully. You got a better relationship with your family than she do. Why didn't you speak up? And what baffles me is when people try to act like they are just so devastated after something tragic happens, okay? Because all that man had to say was, you know what, can any of y'all look out for my baby mama and my 3 children or all of her children and give her a place to stay until she get herself back on her feet, because they can't stay with me because my girl don't want my kids in our house.
Salute to Angel Good. It says, keep doing what you do, Big Ratchet. Salute to you. And we are $5 away from 4 honey buns tonight. Can we get to 4 honey buns? Let's go.
I mean, because let's be so fucking for real. He living good over there with his woman. He probably wasn't living good until he met that woman. And she don't want the fucking kids in her house. But for people to sit there and be like, oh, why did she speak up? Why did she tell you? Because she knew that y'all niggas were not going to show up for her. And when you already dealing with something as hard as homelessness and joblessness, or even working multiple jobs and still not being able to provide for yourself and your children, that is very humbling and is very embarrassing. Y'all motherfuckers that ain't never been in that situation before, good for you. Those of y'all that had a backup plan because you had parents that really gave a shit about you, or you had relatives that actually cared about you, good for you. Because everybody don't have that.
Damn, this is personal for her. She is pissed off. You could tell her and her baby daddy do not like each other. Every time he see her damn, oh shit, hit this bitch. God damn. She won't now. Let me stop it. Y'all get mad at me.
When I had to make a quick reset and I had to get to the airport, I was fortunate enough that I had a cousin whose mother-in-law had a connection. Her goddaughter drove for Lyft. And she was able to call her personally, put in a good word, say, hey, this is what's going on. I know you drive for Lyft. Can you help, my relative, my son's, his wife's cousin, and get her to the airport? Because I knew that a Lyft ride was going to cost anywhere from $50 to $60. And me having to call that girl directly when I ain't never met her, I ain't never, talked to her or, been around her, and to say, hey, can you get me to the airport and do it for free? Sometimes you have to use the connections that you have to bridge that gap, okay? Because people, especially people that are dealing with hard times, the last thing they want to do is to ask a total stranger that they don't even know to do a favor for them for free. It's very humbling and humiliating to have to ask people to do something when you know you have nothing to give in return. And everybody does not have the empathy to not throw that shit back up in your face. It's the reason why when I hit a struggle, I was very cautious about the people that I told certain things to. Because everybody does not value your privacy. Okay? And those type of situations, joblessness, homelessness, losing a large sum of money in a short amount of time, really falling back on hard times, those are not things that you want every motherfucker to know about. So once again, shame on that bitch ass you know what. Because he wasn't right. And I hope that him and that girlfriend get exactly what the fuck they deserve. If you seeing him pulling up something, do not contribute to that whack ass GoFundMe. Okay? Because that GoFundMe will never see a funeral home.
Why you mad at the girlfriend though?
It's going to go to another $400 Nike tracksuit. And whatever little romantic holidays that him and his woman want to go on. That's where that shit going to go on. Let me tell you something. I get so sick of people. I wish I was rich. Honey, I would donate personally myself. Because that don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, she mad for real. I ain't gonna lie. Let me leave this lady alone. She can been cuss me the hell out. She mad for real. That lady mad for real.
So there's a story out of Detroit about these 2 kids that froze to death. And a lot of people are unhappy with just that. And I'm going to play the video, and I want you guys to give me your opinion of this situation.
It's a tragedy hard to even comprehend. 2 children are dead tonight, found frozen to death inside a family van.
It appears a large family was living in the vehicle when it was discovered inside the Hollywood Casino parking garage at Greektown today. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack has been following this story since she broke it, actually, and it is so sad that this happened to this family. What's the status now? What's going on with the mother?
Well, mom is being detained. Police will not say that she's arrested, but detained at this point. I want to paint a little picture of what these children have been enduring.
Salute to May for the 5-piece. That's your 3rd super on the live stream. Thank you so much, May. Salute, salute, salute.
When police went up to the van earlier today to seize evidence, they found just a couple of blankets inside and the 2 children that were frozen to death. The 2-year-old wearing a T-shirt and a pull-up, and the 9-year-old wearing a T-shirt and joggers. Police say this is...
See, again, so you know it's freezing outside. Enough to freeze to death. And your child was wearing a T-shirt and a pull-up. The 2-year-old had a T-shirt and a pull-up on.
Is now a full-blown criminal investigation.
This was unnecessary. It didn't have to happen this way.
Investigators shaken at this unimaginable tragedy. One phone call could have prevented it all.
The female says child not breathing. They are car at Greektown Casino parking structure.
Around 1 a.m. Monday morning, a gray minivan pulled into the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking structure, parked on the 9th floor. Either it ran out of gas or had a mechanical issue, leaving the family of 6 without heat.
Around noon, the mother inside the van, along with 5 children, noticed that one of the children wasn't breathing. And she called family to come help, to convey to Children's Hospital.
That was the 2-year-old. Then not long after, the mom called the same family member, their godmother, to say the 9-year-old child was not breathing. Both were taken to Children's Hospital downtown, pronounced dead. Doctors believe they froze to death.
Sad, very sad, especially as a father. I just can't imagine what the family is feeling. I wish it hadn't have happened.
The 2-year-old wearing a T-shirt and pull-up. The older child in a T-shirt and jogging pants, only a couple blankets in the car. The other 3 children also checked out at the hospital are expected to be okay. They're being placed with Children's Protective Services, and now their mom is detained, being investigated for possible criminal charges.
I don't think anyone really wants to think about that at the moment with the 2 children passed, but the reality is that the circumstances do have to be examined. We have to figure out how to go forward.
The city of Detroit has a helpline set up for unsheltered people. The number is on the screen. It's up and running 6 days a week.
When you call the helpline, there's a specialist that will answer the call and walk the family through the resources and services that are available.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When you hear that, the kids is wearing a pull-up. They wearing T-shirts. Lay down, Vasily. Now, a T-shirt and a pull-up. That is crazy work. Let's get to another story out there in Detroit. It just gets crazier. It just gets crazier.
Well, the pictures are hard to look at. Police in Pontiac say 3 children were found living alone in deplorable conditions after discovering their mother had abandoned them for years. Our Victor Williams is following the story for us tonight. Victor, we're learning that mother has been arrested. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right. The mother has been arrested, Pam, but we're told that these kids were actually inside of this house for years. At least.
Sharika Montgomery, thank you for the 2-piece. Says, Ratchet, what you drinking? Oh, I'll be on the wine, just wine. I ain't drinking nothing crazy. Salute, though. Thank you.
Since 2021. This is the house behind me that has that orange sticker right there on the window. But we're told these kids were only 12, 13, and 15. Now, authorities, they said that the mom would drop off food from time to time, but she's a 34-year-old woman that's now being held at the Oakland County Jail, with the case now being turned over to the prosecutor for review. We are expecting charges to come in the next few days or so, but the only reason authorities ever stepped in the first place was because the landlord actually called 911. He contacted deputies after not hearing from the mother since about December, and that's what started this welfare check. Take a look at some of this video from inside of the place. We're told that the house was just so unsanitary that evidence techs, they had to wear hazmat suits in order to investigate. Now, we're talking about piles of garbage in rooms as high as 4 feet tall, human feces overflowing in the toilet, and then also the bathtubs. Apparently, they were living on that food that people would bring nearby. Even also, strangers would sometimes bring that food up to the door. Now,
this is just sad. She left her kids for years as she would just drop off food to them every now and then. And you never went in that house to see how your kids was living? You piece of shit, Mom. I hope they give your ass life.
Now, also, we are being told that the mother had not spoken to the 2 girls that were in there for years, but she would go and actually speak to the son from time to time.
Why wouldn't you not speak to your daughters and not check? You got your daughters living like that? I mean, your son, too. No kid should be living like that. But you, as a mom, you don't even speak to your 2 girls who living like that. But you talk to the son, though.
Kids were not in school. They actually spent their entire time at the home watching TV and then playing video games. The conditions in the house were so bad that the kids had to sleep on the floor. The boy had a mattress, and the girls had to sleep on pizza boxes. So we're actually going to go and...
The girls slept on pizza boxes, y'all. Crazy work.
Hear from Sheriff Michael Bouchard on what these kids are now having to go through, as well as what they now have to bounce back from.
Our first focus is in trying to make sure these kids get what they need to begin the process of moving forward. The second very important part of this is, how did 3 kids fall through the cracks so terribly? How did the community, relatives, the schools, no one knew to reach out to us? How did that happen? And so that's going to be a big part of what I've already directed our investigations.
And nobody reached out to see what happened to these kids. The schools, what is going on in Detroit, bro?
To figure out.
Or the area.
Now, while all of this was going on inside of the house, we're told that they ended up finding the mother at a different location. And so we're going to have more on what residents living nearby they have to say about this. That's coming up at 11 p.m. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Hard to imagine. Thank you, Victor.
What the fuck? Detroit is a place that it's like a third world country at this point.
I was strolling on social media today and I came across a story that was very, very heartbreaking. 3 children, ages 12, 13, 15, were found living alone. Their mother abandoned them. However, her or either a stranger, it wasn't clear who the stranger was, would drop off meals once a week, prepared meals. I'm not really sure how you can drop off prepared meals to children and expect them to ration it out throughout the week. From what they could tell, the kids had been alone since 2020, 2021. They hadn't been to school, had no proper hygiene, and they were just pretty much living on their own. The toilets were not working. They found feces in the tub around the house. They say the trash was stacked up 4 feet high. Yet this mother left her kids to fend for themselves. It was just so heartbreaking. And what made it even more heartbreaking was, of course, when you find these type of stories, you end up going down a rabbit hole. And initially, they didn't give the mother's name. However, the internet will find out. So they found out her name was Kelly Bryant of Pontiac, Michigan.
And this is the lady who went off to be an OF model. She went out to join only. Whoop-de-whoop. She was doing her OF content. She said, F them kids. I'm trying to turn the fuck up. And look at her. You can just tell. And I am thankful that they got your goofy ass. Hopefully you do your OF in prison from now on. Because I got a good feeling where you going, the girls going to love when you pop out. They going to pop out and show you something. Like, hey, get the strap. Well deserving, though. Get your goofy ass on.
And then they found this woman's Facebook page. What made this story even more heartbreaking was that when you click on her Facebook profile, her or TC Kales or something like that, the first post you see that's shared with the public is from February 5th. And she's on a food drive, giving out food, helping the community.
I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Ratchet Gang, we got to do a deep dive on this lady. We got to expose her.
Posting in her comments for other people to share, information about this food drive. How the hell are you trying to help a community when you have kids at home that I imagine are starving, malnutrition? Because again, dropping off meals once a week does not satisfy 12, 13, and 15-year-olds. And they've been living alone since they were, 7, 8, and 7 years old? So, she was arrested at another location. They didn't specify where she was arrested, but she has been arrested. And it was just heartbreaking. I don't understand parents. Raising kids is hard. I would be the first to tell you that it's very hard. It's very difficult. But at no point in my 20 years of raising my boys have I wanted to just abandon them, or think that they could make it on their own. If I leave home for a day, I'm coming back to a mess sometimes. People are just crazy. They're weird. They messed up in the head. Their priorities are messed up. Just a heartbreaking story where 3 kids will have this physical and mental damage for the rest of their lives. And I just pray that they are placed with families together where they will receive the love and the proper care that they need. I got pretty invested in this story, so I'm pretty sure I'll follow it just to see the outcome. Hopefully she'll rot in jail, but our justice system is so screwed up, whereas people don't get the punishment that they deserve, So we'll see.
Sharika Montgomery says, Ratchet, what's your sign? Sagittarius, December 8th. Salute. Thank you for the 2-piece. Let's continue, man.
Have y'all heard about this story? Y'all couldn't have it just happened. Like, this lady was just arrested, today. Y'all, she left her 3 kids at home for years. She abandoned them back in 2021 or 2022. I'm going to put the entire caption or the entire article in the caption, so y'all feel free to read it. But basically, she left her 15-year-old, 13-year-old, and 12-year-old at home by themselves. The landlord thought something may have happened to the mother or whatever. So they, went to do a welfare check, said the house was in deplorable conditions. The kids, somebody, they don't know if it was the mother or a stranger that was leaving food on the porch for the kids every week. No hygiene stuff, no nothing. Said the rent hadn't even been paid, which is what prompted the people to wait a minute, what's really going on? This hoe just got arrested today in Michigan. Y'all read the article that I'm about to put in this caption. This shit is crazy. What? And they're not showing her identity because one of the kids has her name. So they don't want to put her name out there. What is going on with these fucking... You know what? This is insane.
It is. And All of these cases are right out there in the Detroit area. That's the fucked up part about it.
She
Detroit.
abandoned her children
Detroit, what the hell is going
for
on?
3 whole years. Have you heard about the story of Kelly Marie Bryant out of Pontiac, Michigan, whom allegedly abandoned her children for 3 whole years? According to the landlord hadn't heard from Kelly since December, and rent hadn't been paid since October. The landlord feared the worst, and he felt that maybe something had happened to her. So he sends police over to do a welfare check, to my understanding. And once the police arrived, they found the children, ages 12, 13, and 15. But they also found the house to be filthy. The house was in unlivable conditions. There was tons of garbage and trash throughout the house. There were no toiletry items there, and the children had not even been to school. They tracked down Kelly and arrested her on Friday. This is just a sad situation. A very sad situation. If you don't want the children, give the children up.
I don't give a damn if Pontiac is 15 hours away. It's right out there in the Michigan area. It's right out there in the area. What the fuck is going on in Michigan? I know it's in Pontiac, Michigan, which is right out there in the area. What is going on in the state? Let me just be more specific then, since we got smart ass people who know everything in the comments. It's not Detroit, it's Pontiac. What's going on in fucking Michigan? What is going on with the system in Michigan? The state of Michigan. Detroit, Pontiac, any other city out there in Michigan. What is going on in Michigan? Is that better for you, ma'am?
This goes for any person out there who's struggling, who's not struggling and just don't want the children.
No, Lizzie, you're not blocked.
Give the children up. There's no mention of the father at this time or any other relative, and I will keep you all updated as the story continues to unfold. But I want to add, a lot of people we hear about child support. Child support, child support, child support. I think a custody order is just as important as child support. I feel like parents should have 50-50. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Parents should have 50-50 custody, and a lot of these problems will be avoided. But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments.
Man. Pontiac, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. All of this shit is loose. All of it's loose. Okay, I'll put that on twice. All right, my bad. So, yeah, all of these stories is loose. I don't know what the fuck to say. This is... And these are a lot of mothers that just... The fathers ain't shit. We all know a lot of fathers ain't shit, right? But this generation is filled with ain't shit mamas as well. It ain't just the daddies who ain't in the picture. The mamas don't even want to be in the picture. The mamas want the kids to raise themselves, or they want a tablet to raise them, or a device, or any other technology or human. Anybody but them. And that's the sick and sad generation that we live in. It's just a bunch of mothers and fathers who don't want to stop having kids. Just don't have kids and go fuck and do whatever you want to do. You can go travel the world. You don't have to have kids to not raise them. You can just not raise nothing and just go have fun and be free and just live your life. Why bring kids into the world who you're not going to raise? Why do that? Like I said, I can't even imagine abandoning my dogs, let alone a human being. And I say that a lot, man. Like, damn, I think people treat animals better than some people treat their kids. I mean, animals should be treated just like kids. But I'm just saying, like, come on, bro. These are human beings that we're talking about. It's just sick and sad, bro. It's just sick and fucking sad. Say facts don't have none. Yeah, just don't have kids. Most of them fathers are missing because the mom done chased them away. Yeah, and most of these women are more worried about who the father is having sex with than what's going on in their kids' life. They don't even give a damn what's going on their kid's phone. Like if you look at Shannon and Naziyah, Naziah's real mom, Shannon, Marquita and all that, they wasn't worried about what that baby was doing in that damn phone or that tablet. They didn't give a fuck who she was texting. They didn't care where she was going. They didn't care what she was doing. They didn't care who she was screwing. And it ain't Naziyah's fault. She was raised with people who just didn't give a fuck. Look at Janiyah, the situation with the other little girl we were covering in that was in what the fuck city was in? Damn, I'm catching a blank. Gary, Indiana. Her parents didn't give a fuck about her. Look at shit. I mean, you can go on and on about the kids that we cover over here, and I think that this platform that we have right here is very, very important, and I love the direction we've turned over here. I could go live and talk about Diddy and Jay-Z every day and do 50,000 views every time I go live. I chose a direction for my channel. I chose a direction for Ratchet Gang. Not that we never will cover things like that, because we will. We'll get to whenever it's something pops in a Diddy case or something, we'll definitely cover it. But I just like to cover things like this. I think that we've become like a news channel damn near, and a source for people to come to and vent and to. I just think that this is a very important platform in my eyes. They said, this is your lane, fam. I agree. I think that we found our lane. I don't think it's mine. I think we found our lane as a community. And I think that we are a very important community. As you see, every time I cover a situation, somebody involved in the shit pulls right up. Nobody knows what I'm going to do, and I just do it. And then all of a sudden, whoever I'm talking about is right there, or somebody connected is right there. Nobody knew I was going to cover what I was covering tonight. And then boom, next thing you know, somebody pulls up with all the information about the mother with the kids who died of hypothermia. Look at what we do. That's why I know this is an important platform, because we're not just gossiping over here. Every time we cover something, somebody is in the shadows right there waiting for us to cover it. And I think that Michigan and Detroit needs us. I truly do believe that. I think that the state of Michigan needs us. They said, when you get on a case, motherfuckers get quiet. Exactly. Real Fed, baby. Salute to you. I'm glad to see you doing better. Salute to you. So Ratchet, you're on the right path, and you have Ratchet Gang right behind you. I know that. And I am so thankful for this community that I've built over here, that we've built together. We hit over $400 on this live, and look, man, every time we pop out, it's an event. And I am so thankful that we can come over here and do things like this. So if y'all want to continue covering cases like this, as I see y'all do like it, because I get hella support when I do it. The numbers are still numbering. The content is still contenting. And I just think that this platform is starting to speak for itself. We're almost at 173K, by the way. I think we're like 100 away, 150 away. We're 150 subscribers away from 173K. So make sure y'all not only are double tapping the screen and getting the likes up, but make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure everybody is over here sharing the videos. Make sure that these messages continue to get out. These are important topics that we cover. And if y'all want to continue to cover things like this, drop the gems in the chat. If y'all are over it and y'all want to get back to some hip hop shit, drop the caps. If y'all just want to get back to rap and hip hop, drop the caps. If y'all like the lane that we're in right now, if you like the algorithm we're in, drop the gems. I want to know I want to hear from my people. And drop the Discord link in the chat. If you want to get on the Discord and chop it up with us about things like this and about things, whatever, we just chop it up on Discord. I will drop the Discord link in the description in the description of this video. No, not the description. I'm tripping. I'll drop it in the comment section of this video as soon as I'm done. It says I'm from the. Oh, okay. Will pulled up in our Discord server and said it's Will from the Selling Light podcast. Salute us. I just found and joined today. Okay, salute. We'll meet you over in the voice chat when we get off of here. Salute to you. I appreciate you. And I will be hitting you up behind the scenes, and we'll be doing some more work together. I would like to speak to you again. But I will drop the Discord link in the comment section of this video. So as soon as I end this, I'll just jump over to the comment section when this video ends. And if you want to come to our Discord server, the link will be pinned to the top of the comment section in this video. So just wait for me to stick around and wait, because we're about to end this in just a second. We've been on here almost 4 hours. They said this is our calling. I know it is. I got a great feeling about this. So salute to everybody who pulled up, popped out, showed up, and showed out. I will continue to cover situations and stories like this, and we will be in the Detroit area for a while covering these things. So salute to everybody that showed love on this, man. We finna get ready to get up off here, man. I'm gonna drop the Discord link in the comment section. Thank everybody in Ratchet Gang. I appreciate y'all. Salute to Kimberly Johnson for being a member for 27 months. Drop those flowers for Kimberly Johnson. Thank you so much. Salute. All right, y'all. Stick around to the end. We about to get off here, but I want y'all to get to the Discord server, so I'm about to drop it in the comment section as soon as this video ends. All right? So salute to everybody in the chat. I love each and every one of y'all more than you will ever know. This your boy Big Ratchet. That's Ratchet Gang, and this is Ratchet TV. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'm out, gang. Tone bite.